Going for a 4-4-2.
He didn't know what was going on in the room.
Elias managed to refrain from swearing.
He said, if you've got a problem with me, let's sort it out in the gym.
He's actually defending Violet. The thing is...
Come on! Where has that come from?
Yeah.
They brought through the door. You know, look at the...
What a performance! The guys.
That we ruled off quite stupid things like that.
Live from Style Space at the Supporters Club. Right.
But he was getting a bit tired, I thought.
Come on! Here we go! Come on! Come on! Yeah!
Welcome back to Irons United. This is Matchday Live. It's Tottenham versus West Ham, London derby. West Ham travel to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm Anton. I'm joined by Matt. Matt, you're here for the duration, for the watch along, the full shebang. I'm here for the start. There'll be some guests coming on throughout. Matt, team news is in. Let's get straight to it, mate. It's unchanged as we predicted. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like we said, we both predicted it. I think it's just... Moyes, he won't change a winning team. That team's won 2 games in a row, kept 2 clean sheets. They deserve the right to play. Yep,
absolutely. I suppose, as we said, we've predicted this lineup. So let's have a brief look at the Spurs lineup. I don't know if you've had a chance to have a look at that, but we had George Achillia, the Tottenham fan, who was saying that, you look at their forward line and their front three with Bale now on the bench. Son and Kane are definitely going to be really, really up for this. I mean, I think Son's on fire this season. 6 goals, Kane's on 6 assists. There's definitely goals there.
Yeah, that front three as well. Bergwijn's a quick player. I think George picked up Ndombele. He said one to worry about. He started as well. They've got a solid 4-3-3, it looks like, from Spurs.
Yeah.
Obviously, big name Bale sitting on the bench as well as Lucas. Lucas like playing well against us. It's going to be a hard game. Yeah.
What do you think then? I mean, listen, there's some other news, which is Sebastian Haller isn't even making the bench, mate. Do we read too much into that? I know, listen, we know the transfer window's done, so just must have picked up a knock, maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to maybe try and look on Twitter if anything's come up, but it would just be typical West Ham, wouldn't it? That we were both saying, look, we brought in Benrahma, but we didn't plug the gaps. And one of the gaps was we need another centre forward.
Yeah.
And look at that team today, and it's like if Antonio gets injured, touch wood he doesn't, but if he goes down, who's playing up front? Bowen or Yarmolenko? No, both are good players, but neither of which can do the job Antonio does. So it's going to be... You just hope maybe Moyes just hasn't picked him today. Well, like I said, it's just a little knock. He didn't want to risk him.
Yeah, of course.
But
it's going to be
wait and see with that.
People are starting to say that Haller's been dropped completely, but I can't really see how that can be. I'm just trying to kind of have a look here and see. But listen, at the end of the day, we've come off of 2 fantastic victories with this starting 11. Are we going in confident?
I think both teams are going in confident. I think both teams are right to.
Yeah.
It's both teams are in decent form. You probably argue both teams might argue that the international break came at the wrong time for them. We come off the back of two excellent 3 and 4 wins against teams chasing Champions League, and Tottenham come back off that 6-1 thrashing to Man United.
Yeah.
So you hope maybe Tottenham have got a bit of hangover. They had a few more players on international duty than we did. And it's going to be 2 teams that play very well. Normally, normally Mourinho plays 5 at the back. So going 4-3-3, it'd be more expansive. Maybe that leaves more gaps in for us behind. A 3 against a 4. But it's going to be a big, I think, open play. But I think it'll be a counter-attacking, each team trying to counter-attack each other.
Yeah. What we do know, though, is Seb Haller did train over the last couple of days. I don't know if that image has come up correctly or not. It's a bit. Is that fuzzy in your end as well?
It is a little bit, yeah, but
Yeah, I don't
he
know
has
why
been
it's fuzzy.
training.
Yeah, he has been in training. I should be able to get it up here better
That's
now.
better, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's putting 2 and 2 together, but I mean, we predicted he wasn't going to start, mate. We knew he wasn't going to start all along. And I'm disappointed he's not in the squad, and hopefully it's not an injury, or if it is an injury, it's something just really light, and they're not going to take the risk on him, because at some point, you never know, mate. We're going to have to use him at some point. So, but I mean, it is all about the team that we've announced today. So let's have a look again at the team and think about what setup are we going to go for. Are we going to go for the 5, the 3, and then the 2 wing backs, and then the protection of the midfield?
It certainly looks like it. I mean, that team does give you potential to play 4-4-2, but realistically, I think it's going to be the 5 at the back, or the 3 at the back with the wing backs. But you could play 4 at the back. You could play back 4 with Masuaku sitting in front of Creswell, but I think it's going to be back 5 again.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Antonio, he's on form, mate. I think he's the most informed striker in the Premier League since Project Restart. But he's also likes to bang in a couple of goals against Spurs as well. Big game for him tonight, big game today.
It is, and one thing you know is that at least with Noble on the bench, Noble and Edrison will fire everyone up because it's supposedly, as they like to say, it's our cup final.
Yeah,
it won't be an easy game for either team, to be fair. And I think the one thing I think you can guarantee this game would be there'll be goals.
Yeah,
both teams are coming form. It's a fluid formation, so if we want to go more attacking, it's an option to go up 3 at the front, or if we want to go more defensive, you play 1 up front and 5 in midfield.
Yeah.
So it's going to entirely come down to Moyes and his whatever he decides to play tactically.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, the threat, like we said, I mean, they've got Son, they've got Kane. I mean, for me personally, I think Son's going to be my, for the opposition looking in. Do you think he's still underrated because he's not Kane, he's not, but he's just kind of goes under the radar, doesn't he? Sometimes, and
well, I've always liked him.
Yeah,
because the one thing you always get from Son as well is he has the work ethic.
Yeah,
some lots of players, the high caliber players don't. He does run both ways. He's 2-footed. He's very quick. They have a lot of speed up front. The only player that's not the speed is Kane. Bergwijn on one wing, Son on the other, and then Bale coming on to replace either of them potentially.
Yeah,
they brought in Højbjerg to play in the middle of the midfield, and he looks very solid. So what you'll say is you'll get width and pace from Tottenham, a bit like us.
Yeah.
And,
can you do me a favour, mate? Can you have a look through the comments? I'll be back in 2 minutes. Is that all right?
Yes, mate.
Yep.
Right.
Good man. Cheers.
What we got? Dalek, how you doing, mate? No Haller, why? As we go through here, is there normal streams available? It's on Sky Sports. It's Sky Sports Premier League or Sky Sports Football, whatever it is. Antonio celebrates again. Neil, I really hope we do see an Antonio celebration. I know he loves doing it as well. Said Sky Sports. Gareth Bale, 89th minute own goal. I'd certainly take it, Andrew, but I'm not sure how we're going to be doing on it. I mean, hopefully we don't need the 89th minute own goal. I can see Bale having a big impact, and I'm worried that it may be an 89th minute winner because, all the media now are going to be banging on about Bale today, hoping that he scores. Has Haller got the hump with a new signing? Gary, I can't see it. I mean, and Haller was the one in pre-season bigging up Diangana for his ability on the wing and providing him with goals. So bringing in Benrahma, someone who plays the same position, is probably technically slightly better than Diangana. Haller should be excited because he should be creating more and more opportunities. I think he's resting Haller for the City game. I don't see why. He hasn't been played anyway, so he's going to be coming off the bench. I don't see why you wouldn't have him on the bench just for the City game. Ian, strange about Haller because West Ham's like, so yeah, that's what I thought the players would fit. So unless he has picked up a really last minute knock, I mean, without Benrahma and Haller on the bench, the attacking options look rather weak today, especially now that Anderson's not here, he's gone out on loan. And we've all said that the squad's light, and it looks light with the game state, Here we go, lads. 12:45 a.m. morning from Brisbane. Morning, Kieran. Oh, Brisbane, long way. At least it'll probably be warmer than it is here. It's not exactly particularly amazing in London today. Gary's fluid formation, that's why I like it. It is, and it does let you get more players going forward and leaves you more defensively solid, which is, it's Moyes' way, isn't it? Moyes always likes to be defensive first and build from the back. So if you can got a team that can get 3 centre backs and potential wing backs that make it go to a back 4 or back 5, it's more exciting for Moyes. Bit concerning if Antonio gets injured. Yeah, that's what I said. If he gets injured today, who's playing up front? Spurs of speed. If we play a high line again, there's no room in behind our back line. Yeah, that is the problem. I would sit. I said in the preview, I'd sit really deep. I wouldn't give them the room in the back line because they want the pace in behind. They want the space. They want to just run through. Good kicking to sort him out. I hope we do keep Son quiet, but Son is one of them players that always turns up against us, always does. Afternoon. Bench warming can be tiring. I remember Faubert done that, didn't he? On loan at Real Madrid, and he fell asleep on the bench in a game, so yeah, probably can be. Martin, I'll take a 2-2 today. I would. Yeah, I'd take a 2-2. A point to suit us really, 2 wins and then a draw against 2 wins at Leicester and Wolves and a draw against Tottenham would be decent 7-point turnover from 3 games. And I could definitely see goals in both teams. I don't think both teams are defensively as solid as they are good going forward. Andrew, Haller's tested positive. Only a thought. It's a possibility. Last time we had this was the Carabao Cup game when was it Moyes and Diop and Cullen all pulled out last minute and no one knew why when Cullen and Diop went on the pitch. And then during the game they announced that Haller tested positive. So, and I forgot about that. There's a very real possibility, Andrew. Yeah, maybe Diop has tested positive, which would then beg the question if he has. I suppose if everyone else tested negative, you just pull him out of everyone else. Truth Baxter, Antonio hat-trick. Wouldn't that be nice? It would. He's not really. I know he scored the hat-trick against Norwich in Project Restart, but he's not really that sort of clinical striker. He's the workhorse. But hey, Antonio hat-trick, I'll take it right now. Antonio's talking about Antonio getting injured. Yeah, I said that when we first come on, that because the problem is for Antonio with his hamstrings. With his size, his body, he carries a lot of weight on him. No, he's a big guy. I know it's mostly his muscle, but he carries a lot of weight. And for him, it's just a question of when, not if. So you just hope with the fact that Haller's not on the pitch, it's not today. Because if Antonio goes down today, we're going to struggle. Helen Molden from California. Morning, mate.
Hope you're well.
You're laying off 4-0. Fresh fielder, time to call Odio Becco into the squad. Yeah, you know what? It's I don't know if he's gone out on loan, and if he's not, you may have to call him in if Haller's not available. Sorry, was you going to say something?
No, I was just saying if I missed much.
Oh no, we've just been going through the comments, mate. Andrew raised the point that maybe he's tested positive because they do the testing the game day, don't they? So if he maybe says he's positive today, maybe that's why he's not in.
That's valid, yeah.
Which is true because I was saying, in the Carabao Cup game when Diop and Cullen pulled out, we was all sitting there like, well, why has he dropped them both out? And then during the game, the first half, it came out, didn't it? So it's a possibility.
Yep, 100%, mate.
And then Fresh is just saying that maybe it's time to call. Is it? I can never pronounce this guy's name. Is it Odio Becco? Yeah.
Obadiku or something, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to call him to the squad, which might have to. I mean, as I said, if Antonio gets injured today, we're going to be struggling. Any strikers on the bench? No, Vinja, there's no strikers on the bench unless you.
Yarmolenko?
I was literally going to say, unless you want to count Yarmolenko, because he does play up front for Ukraine.
Yeah.
But not anywhere near in the same mould of Antonio. It's. I think we had the bench, and it was it just. Where was it? See, I'll bring it back up. There was the bench. So realistically, you're looking at Yarmolenko as your only option on the bench, mate, for a striker.
Yeah.
You've got Fredrickson, Diop off in defence. Noble, Yarmolenko and Lanzini for the midfield. It's Yarmolenko because Lanzini can't play there. Unless
Who
you
else,
bring on.
who else is missing from that bench? Then I'm just trying to think of the squad. I can't.
Well, if it's Anderson, Anderson's gone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jack Wilshere's gone. Cullen's gone. So we've only got like a 22-man squad or something stupid.
Yeah. So who are the other players missing? Then?
Martin.
Yeah.
It's literally just Martin, Haller, and Ben Rama. That's our squad. That's our squad.
But that's only 18 players.
You've got the 11 on the pitch.
Yeah.
Plus then 7 is 18. There's 7 on the bench. Is there not? Yeah.
No, 5.
No, 7.
Oh, so there is 7. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you're talking. Well, actually, so you're talking Martin, Ben Johnson, Haller, and Ben Rama.
Yeah.
That's it. Because we've got a very, very thin squad at the moment.
Where's Ben Johnson?
Not in the squad, it looks like.
Wow.
But they always have an extra couple of players, don't they? So you'll probably find that the whole squad's there. Maybe not Haller, but you'll probably find Martin and Johnson are both there. Because you always take 3 goalkeepers. And maybe he's just gone with Fredericks instead of Johnson.
Yeah.
Back to the comments. Elio Becco's a baller. I've seen some of the goals he scored this last month. I think he got West Ham's goal of the month, didn't he? He looks a prospect, but we always say this, and it's just a case of if he actually eventually turns it into first team football.
Yeah.
Toby, afternoon, Toby. Epic has played Noble as a striker. You know what? Unless he wants to go Big Sam style and play like Yarmolenko as a false number 9 that we've done away at Tottenham before. Ravel Morrison played there. We played with no one up front. Scott, I like Odiabeko. He's close as he is Ashby, but Leslie could already be better than Diop and Balbuena.
Mate, Scott, yeah, I can't actually fault Alessi so far in his performances, but I just the downside is I just don't know if we're going to actually see him make the step up.
Oh, so I just realised I'm really we did miss one person out of that squad. Well, I named our 22-man squad.
Who?
Dawson.
Oh God, yeah, Dawson, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting we signed him because when you said about Lesby, I was thinking of centre backs, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, yeah. So we've got 23-man squad. Plus, if you count Alessi and Ashby, that makes it a couple of kids. So you've got
Coventry won't be in that starting squad either, will he?
No. So you've got 23 actual first teamers, and you've got a few kids to bump up the squad.
Let me get the team. See why you're doing that. I'm going to write the team up and put it on the ticker tape along the bottom so people can actually see the team. I'll let you carry on with the comments.
Right. Yeah, Ben Johnson. Coventry not far off. Yeah, I really rate him. I think he could be the one to maybe take Noble's place. I mean, we're talking about Cullen, but I think people already seem to think of the club that Coventry's better than Cullen. Noble or Yarmolenko are backup strikers. Both can score. Noble can play in the midfield. He could probably maybe play as number 10, but he's not going to be able to. He hasn't got the size to play up front on his own. He couldn't do it. He'll run around for 10 minutes and try and hold the ball up, but he's not going to be able to do it. Yarmolenko's done it. He plays for Ukraine up front. So it's just a case of hoping we don't need to do it. I agree about Coventry. Dawson, yeah, I forgot about Dawson. Strange, no Haller. I don't know if anyone's come out about it yet, or
it literally could be COVID.
I'm trying to swing through this. I've got 3 things going at the same time here, and I'm trying to see if I can find anything about Haller.
While you're doing that, that's me going to get the team up, so you'll see the team rolling along the bottom. West Ham starting 11 is Fabianski, Sofao, Balbuena, Ogbonna, Creswell, Masuaku, Rice, Soucek, Fornals, Bowen, and Antonio. And then while you're doing that, I'll get the Tottenham starting 11 up.
Kieran, this is where our ridiculous transfer policy catches up with us. Exactly. I mean, me and Sess done 3 hours on deadline day on Friday, till waiting for Ben Rama to go through. We both raised the point that we brought in a player we kind of needed because we're a bit short on the wings, even though apparently we've got 8 wingers, we haven't. And at the moment, there's literally no backup for Fornals. So you can maybe play Snodgrass out there. But we needed another fullback, we needed a centre mid, and we needed a striker. You know, we needed 4 more players, and we didn't get any of it. Who's in the team? Yeah, Joan, it's unchanged. Same team that started, but there's no Haller on the bench. We don't know why yet. Finjay, I don't have a good feeling this. I fear Son on his day, he does have the very rare occasional time, but normally he's on it, and when he's on it, it's very hard to contain him because he's dynamic and he's pacey. What? No Dawson? He's our record signing. I know, mate. I know, mate. I it's just one of them, isn't it? You know, because he's not been brought in as a... He's not even brought in to challenge the first team. He's been brought up as a backup for the first team. So I did it entirely slip my mind. I'll be honest. Terrible tackle on Van Dijk. Every tackle soon only won't play against us. That tackle was disgusting. I'll be honest. How Pickford didn't get sent off for it was
no idea.
But he's out. Alisson's out, so there's a chance we could play Liverpool without Alisson or Van Dijk, which then gives us every sort of chance of actually getting something from the game. Because without the two of them, I mean, Adrian knows us a favour, so maybe he can put in one of his clangers again against us. Do you think Moyes should give more youngsters a start? Well, I think he's not going to have a choice. You know, the way things are going, we just named that. We've got a 23-man squad, and then you've got the kids. So we're only 2 or 3 injuries away from the kids having to come up, you know, realistically. Which is probably why you've seen a lot of the kids haven't gone out on loan this year. You normally see a lot more kids go out on loan, but I thought Coventry would go... I think Baptiste got back out on loan, but Alessi didn't. Odio Becco's there. Maybe he should have gone out on loan. You know, Ashby didn't go out on loan. So there's people there that will get opportunities, and I reckon they will because, you know, we just don't have a season where we don't get injuries. You know, it just doesn't happen to us. Stell's in the chat. Stell's trying with his, I don't know, his 13th century internet out in Cyprus. Can't tell how hasn't even made the bench. Yeah, we don't know still. Agreed, Noble emergency only. Kieran, hope you're well. Didn't buy him play up front for Hull sometimes. Yeah, he did. As I said, he could do it, but again, he's not.
He could do the job, mate. He could. I mean,
not the physical.
Listen, we've not had to really.
Of Antonio, I was going to say, but he has played on the whole. Yeah,
we've not had to heavily rely on so far. Touchwood, another striker. Although, listen, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but we definitely do need to have someone else there to back it up. And I think Yarmolenko can do a job. I don't doubt for 1 minute that Yarmolenko can't cover if need be up top. But you know, as people are saying there,
we're totally saying the same thing. Yeah, he could do a job up top. Still, no news yet. Joan, I reckon he wanted more defensive players on the bench, so he sacrificed Haller. It's a possibility, but then again, he's got Lanzini. He's got Lanzini on the bench, who's been offered absolutely nothing. So,
listen, you've got to think of a couple of things here. There could be so many different things to look at, and I'm just trying to think off the cuff here. So, you know, we've not heavily relied on substitutes over the last couple of this season.
Well,
so there we go. John's just saying, you know, not he'll use any subs, and it's true, Matt. I think we've brought Haller on for what in total maybe 30 minutes this season from substitute appearances. So
in the Premier League, yeah.
If he doesn't potentially fancy him, he could be looking at Haller and thinking, I'm not going to change the setup. I'm not going to change the team today. So therefore, let's see how this team gets on. And if something does need to change, then I'll release, you know, Benrahma with Haller at the same time. Listen, I'm not saying that's what he's thinking, but we know that they were never going to change their starting lineup today as long as all the players are fit. And the starting lineup's the key part for us, because that starting 11 is that's the ones that are getting the deal done. Like, that's the ones that are actually getting the results on the part, because Moyes doesn't like substitutions. So, you know, if say Antonio has an off day, or someone has an off day, or Fornals has an off day, they're looking over their backs. There's players there checking in, and you could be looking at that potentially that happening.
Epic. I suspect Haller is butthurt of not being in the first team. He could be leaving in January. Sell him and get Moyes in someone he wants. Maybe it's discipline related. I hope not. I said he's been in training. If Haller and Johnson travel, we cannot see them in the ground. Assume COVID related. And it's true. Baptiste's still here. Akinole went out on loan. There you go. Where's Dawson? I wasn't bothered about Dawson, but I guess he's not in the team. And honestly, I don't think he would be. He's been brought in as like a fifth choice centre back. That's all he is. Because we're playing a back three now, you need cover at least two positions, and that's what he is.
He's a completely seasoned pro, and he can't. Do you know what? Between all the people we've got along the back line, you know, they can cover in certain different areas as well. Apparently, people are saying, Stell's just messaged me there. He's done a bit of work in finding out from someone else. He's taken a small knock. Apparently, Hilaire has taken a small knock.
Oh, there we go, guys. Everyone panics over. He's apparently. Knock.
And he did train, as we've shown you a picture, he did train yesterday with the squad. So I suspected it would have been something slight, but do you know what? We're panicking. We're absolutely panicking over the substitute bench when we should be looking at the first team.
I think we're panicking over substitutes. We don't need to look at the first team. The first team's proven at the moment they're reliable enough.
Yeah,
they're going to have to get the job done. Ian, Stella, are you sunbraving yourself in a pair of West Ham boxer shorts?
Matt, here he comes. Here he comes. Your first guest, mate.
That's David De Gea.
Oh, fuck off.
It's David De Gea! Tango man!
I'm coming off. That's it. You've ruined it now. That's it. It's all going to be a drum roll. And it's happening now, isn't it?
Love it. Love it.
Tango man, De Gea, what's next?
Does Bernard play his match or not? No, he's not in the squad. He wasn't signed early enough. Anyone seen our statement? Yeah. So anyone didn't. This Ginger Pele Collins retired yesterday, didn't he?
Yep.
Which he announced live on Soccer Radio.
Yeah, fair play to him.
The day after Zabaleta retired as well. So are we becoming like the retirement home?
Yeah.
Everyone plays for us, then gets released and retired. Because he's ever done the same thing as well.
Yeah.
What do you think then, Luke? What's your thoughts? How you feeling?
I'm sort of farting all day because I'm that nervous. But I'm feeling all right. I'm pretty confident, to be fair. We're in better form than we were last time we played them away. The only thing I'm worried about is Gareth Bale. That's the only thing, I've been saying for the last few days that I can see him coming on. Or if it's him coming on and putting us to the sword. So I'm worried about Bale. I'm confident. I think we'll play well. Like you guys said the other day, I'm going for a 3-2 as well. Obviously twist down. But yeah, I'm just worried. Listen,
before you continue, let's get everyone else to get their predictions in. Get us your predictions in for today's game, West Ham at Tottenham Hotspur. Quick question for you guys. When you hear that in particular, does that not really affect you when you hear that song now? When you hear the sing it? Isn't it tough? It's starting to get tougher.
It does. It is. I can't see it back for another 2 years, personally. I'm giving myself that time scale, so I don't get my hopes up.
Yeah, you work quite similar to me. Look, to be honest, I'm a bit like that. Like, I don't like to, when you're talking about this whole kind of people thinking, oh, it's nice to think we can get back in the stadiums in November, December. I always think worst case scenario, and I work my way up from there. Where loads of other people I know don't like worst case scenario and like to have hope. I have hope, but I just do it in a different way. So,
I don't think we'll be in this year, like this season. I don't.
No.
Yeah.
I think if you're lucky, we may get in by like March.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's a write-off. It's it for me. Anyway.
Look, starting lineup is as we predicted, the same. This starting lineup is the one that's got us through the last two games and performed really well. You said you're coming into this one pretty confident. Who are you looking forward to seeing today against Tottenham? For West Ham. Yeah,
no, I know what you mean. Probably either Antonio or Bowen, but also Masuaku, because I think it's we just come back off the international break. Masuaku's come back after a slight injury, and Bowen, his performances are getting really, really, he's in form and stuff like that. But Tottenham are going to be twice as confident as us, I think, and we've got Bale, like I said, sitting in the wings, so he can come on and. I mean, that will be red, so I'm entering for him. But I really would like to see if Antonio can keep his goal scoring. He can keep his run of goal scoring on. It's going to be interesting because they're obviously a massively defensive. Mourinho's a defensive manager, so he'd have looked at Antonio and he'd have looked at him and looked at the way he's playing and where they can focus, their attentions and how they can stop him scoring. But he'll have his own personal agenda to score again in that stadium and make it work for us. And have we got? I don't know if you two. I know he beat a record the last time he played, the first player to score in 5 consecutive away games. But is there anyone who's done it 6 times? Does anyone know if that's a record he could break again? Because I'd love him to do it against Spurs. If he could be the first player to score 6 goals in consecutive away games, and it be at Spurs away, then I mean, to be honest with you, he might be looking at that and going, we could be 3-0 down half time, and then goes and scores the consolation goal, but he'll still be happy because he still broke a record.
Yeah.
But I'm just buzzing. I'm just buzzing to get the game started, and I've got a roast dinner on the cook as well, so it's ready in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to be eating that and get that done before the game starts, so I can start cheering without any food in my mouth. So I'm buzzing, mate. I can't wait to get going.
Matt, I'm going to pass you back over to the comments again, mate, and I'll pop back on in a little bit. Okay.
Yes, mate. All right. So we said get your scores in. What people are saying. Jones saying it's going to be 0-0 or 4-4.
Oh,
I can see it.
What would you rather have?
It does look like winning the game.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to be goals. Yeah, I could see that. Absolutely see it. I said last night. I said on the preview that 3-2 win, but I could 100% see it just being like a 3-3 draw or 0-0. Scott said we need to have a special testimonial for Ginge when he gets back. Once the fans are back, heart and soul player. We should have had one in the first place. I don't see why they didn't give him one. Like, I know technically it was
technicality, wouldn't it?
And like that's where the whole GSB thing comes in. Like their relationship with the fans is so bad.
Yeah.
And you'd think they'd have a PR team. If I was in their PR team, I'd be like, shut up and just do it. Like, it's going to cost you $500,000. Pay the money and do it. You want to get something
the worst
that's
PR
cost you a
team
little bit of
in the
money
Premier League.
to get the fans back inside. Just get the testimonial done. Yes, he had 11 years in 2 spells, but he done 11 years.
Yeah.
Jimmy says another clean sheet today. Oh, God, I can't see it. Kieran saying it's going to be 2-2.
Draw be a good result.
Ian saying 3-2 with the winner. That's why will bend Bale over.
Good comment. Bit uncalled for, a bit harsh, that one. Anyway,
Son's Danger Man, I always worry about Son. 3-2 win. I think everyone seems to be in the consensus that 2-1 win. Everyone seems to think that there's going to be goals. 3-1 win, 4 hours of Bonner and Souček to score. Even Stell's going with a 3-1. It seems to be everyone's... The thing is, everyone's going for goals, which obviously Sky is going to love. But you just know they're waiting on Bale. That's what they're going to be talking about. I've got game on, I haven't got the sound on. But you know full well they're just going to be going, it's all about Bale. I saw a minute ago they were literally focusing just on Bale in the warm-up. I was like, 3-0 or 4-1, 2-1.
Yeah, you know it's going to be like that as well.
3-2, 2-1, 2-0. So everyone is going for goals. I'd love to take a 2-0.
Yeah, from us, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd take a 2-0 win, but I said we're in good form off the 2 wins. The Wolves and Leicester wins, but then they come off the back of a 6-1 hammer in Man United.
I come on here in the best of moods, and the De Gea comment is just completely killed me. I can't get into it now. I'm just completely. My confidence is shot. Done. He's a good-looking footballer. Fucking hell. Anyway, 2-0, brilliant. I'm up for that now. Yeah, quality. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, 2-0, gonna beat them. Virtual fucking winner.
Antonio Hattrick will say he's still not a striker. I'll say he's not a natural finisher. Is what I'd say. Like, you know, if he was 1-on-1 and Aguero was 1-on-1, I would put my house on Aguero to score. I wouldn't even put like a week's money on Antonio to score. Like, I wouldn't be like, you know, the best way to sum it up was that goal, the third goal he scored against Norwich when he had the 1-on-1 and the keeper saved it and he ended up like bundling the header in, didn't he? Whereas like a natural finisher, someone like an Aguero or like an Aubameyang or Lacazette or something, they would just bury it. You wouldn't even think twice about it.
Would you say he's a natural target man then?
Yeah, it is more like a target man.
Got you there, and
Yeah, you know what? It's really horrible, but he's like halfway between like Andy Carroll and Shane Long. Because he's horrible in the air. We always know when he first came in, like, was it the first season up to Park? He scored like 8 headers.
Shane Long.
Have you ever watched him play? He runs down the wing. That's all he does. If you watch him play, like when it's Southampton and West Brom, he's always high up the line. He's always hugging the ball, and the ball goes down the touchline. He holds it up and then gets in behind and gets in the play. And that's what Antonio's doing at the moment. They're playing the ball into him, up to him.
I would never have said Shane Long
to hold it up. It's what position he's been like moulded into. It's to run the touchline, hold it up.
Fair enough. I would have said Shane Long.
It's the first time that comes to my head. I don't know why. It's the first. What I was thinking of, like, you know, I was going to say Vardy.
Shane Long.
I would still back Vardy to score goals. I wouldn't necessarily back Antonio to score a header. Like the header.
I think Antonio's finishing has definitely improved.
It has, but then like
I think he's
Burnley. Was it Burnley or Newcastle? Burnley, when we lost 1-0 on Project Restart. As soon as they scored, we went down the other end and he hit the post. He went 1-1, didn't he? He somehow got through 1-on-1 and he hit the post. Yeah. Again, if that was Vardy or Aguero, they'd score. I know Vardy missed 1-on-1 stuff, but
Vardy missed 2 against us. Yeah, that was I say. Yeah, saying that. Yeah, chatting shit back.
What I like is winning 3-4 after being 3-0 down at half time, but we will win 1-2. Well, we done that similar, didn't we?
You don't want my.
We did that in the cup game a couple of years back, didn't we? We did. 2-0 down at half time, and we won 3-2.
Yeah.
Bale to get sent off. That's be a straight red for him to come off the bench and get sent off.
I might put a bet on that, you know.
You're more likely to get money putting a Bale on like an 89th minute winner.
No, it's quite good predictions.
Haller to score in the 88th minute. It's going to be a bit hard with him not in the game at all. You know, not in on the bench is going to be hard.
Yeah. Does anyone know why? Anyone know why he's out? I would like to.
Apparently, he's got a knock.
Is he injured?
Apparently, he's picked up a late knock, so he's not. Been...
It's always got knocks, you know. It's always knocks.
Yeah, but I can see why, because it's West Ham, isn't it? If any other team, if a player picks up a knock and you went, we'll stick him on the bench if needed, he'd probably be fine. But it's West Ham. If he's got a knock, we put him on the bench and he played 4 minutes, but he's torn his muscle, he'll be out for like 9 months. So I can see Moyes just going, you know what, it's not worth it.
No.
Rice for the confidence, special goal. Rice for a goal today, I'll take it.
Ooh, yeah, bad shout. Sting up from 40 yards out. Nice.
How does come out the locker room in the 90th minute and bang one in?
Just for the sake of it, I got a fucking knock at that.
We didn't have a Jim White impersonation from Luke. You do Jim White impersonations?
All these dickheads, mate. People are comparing price. But this gets better, doesn't it? We are late on top. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get hit with that satisfaction. Carry on with the comments. I'm being roasted here. Got roasted downstairs. I don't want to get roasted myself.
Which one? I mean, all I can see on here is people saying that Haller got a knock. That's why he's not been risked, apparently. So, yeah, what we got? 12 minutes to kick off. How are you feeling?
Buzzing. Well, 12 minutes, is that it?
Yeah, it's 4:30, isn't it? 4:30 kick-off.
That's gone quick.
12. I'll be honest, I'm always apprehensive. Before a game, I'm always a bit like, you never know which West Ham.
Oh, come on, Matt, have some balls about your son.
You never know which West Ham.
We're going to take him on, boy.
You're going to show him how to play football. If you can be the game or not. As soon as we kick off, you know straight away.
You tend to know what went up.
The lineup looks decent.
Yeah, it's always the way we start.
Yeah, the first like 3 or 4 minutes, like even if we're not on the ball,
Early
it's
goal.
the way we're running about. Like, so you see a game where we're actually like pressing, hurrying. Like, okay, we're at least gonna have like a go today.
Yeah.
And there'll be some games where we literally sit back for the first 10 minutes and don't touch the ball, and then like, oh no, it's gonna be a struggle. So we'll see.
No, I'm confident today. Very confident.
As I said, with no one in the dressing room, you think they'll be fired up. Like, they shouldn't need any more firing up than they've got at the moment. Haller definitely got knocked earlier this week.
It is a conspiracy. It's always a conspiracy.
No conspiracy.
Still, it's always a conspiracy. You should know this by now. Use logic. It's always a conspiracy, boy. Always. GSB out. Somehow they've done something to him.
Jimmy, first going back to fans, next day we better have a streak.
He can streak as long as he wears a mask, or she. As long as you wear a mask, you can streak.
Back to beat it. As long as the streaker's got a mask on.
Yeah.
Still, you can make a appearance if you go 3-0 up.
He'll come on.
There's no. Stell's not got his weekly show on tonight because Stell's on holiday in Cyprus. And he tried to come on. He tried to come on Friday night when we done the deadline day, and his internet was awful.
Shocking.
Awful. So I don't know if you'll see Stell. The West Ham Weekly will go out.
This is why they'd stay dedicated to Manchester United and stay in the UK.
I think it's going out tomorrow night. I think Ant's running it, so I don't know how that's going to go. Moyes is back.
It's still late. That's a bit late show, isn't it, Monday?
Well, they only do it on Sunday, don't they? But with the game on tonight and the review, I don't think Anton's going to do the video tonight. I think they're doing it tomorrow. But, Stell won't be doing it. Stell's still in Cyprus. Moyes back. Enough said. Good vibes. I saw Antonio made a joke about saying to Moyes he thought he was not coming back this season. Moyes, he said to Moyes that we've won 2 games.
I didn't see that. What did he say?
Did you see he was on the, what is the podcast called? Just Sky Sports podcast, which is Laura Woods and Aki Fenwa. I saw a couple of clips of it on Twitter. I still haven't listened to it yet. But he said, they're talking about, basically Aki Fenwa said to Antonio, does Moyes have banter? And he's like, yeah, he'll give it and take it. And obviously on Tuesday, Moyes come back into training. And Antonio said to him, he said, Gaffer, I thought you were staying home for the rest of the season because we're winning. He said, what are you doing back? I thought you were staying at home, managing at home for the rest of the year.
Then he could go and say, well, we lost to Everton in the Cup, so it wasn't all good, was it? Yeah.
It's a conspiracy theory better than David Icke, yeah. Parking the bus.
Good old Icke.
Scoring the 89th minute. Not when Haller's not on the pitch. And maybe take Antonio in the 89th minute. Or even a Yarmolenko off the bench again, like at Chelsea.
I have to look at that podcast because I'm quite interested to see it, actually. I like Laura Woods and Aki Fenwa. I think everyone likes Laura Woods.
Yeah, so I think I haven't actually seen it yet. I just saw bits coming up on my Twitter feed.
No. I like the old podcasts. Let's go look at that. So how long's left?
I did also see we've got 8 minutes. 8 minutes to kick off.
Right, I'm gonna have to go in 3.
I saw the highlights yesterday of Carlton Cole on Soccer AM. You know they do the shooting.
Yeah.
It's
how bad was
considering he's like our second highest Premier League goal scorer of all time. He's only scored 2.
He has got no
He scored
technique.
2.
He has got no technique there.
I don't know who the girl was, but they had a female goalie. I don't know if she was from one of the women's Super League teams or something. But he took a penalty against her and she saved it. It was not a confidence. It wasn't a confident penalty whatsoever.
No.
And I was thinking, you know what? Yeah, that is fully Colton, right? It was. I did have to laugh. I was thinking, how is this guy our second ever highest Premier League goal scorer when he had like 30
seconds to work out, mate.
And they were just like things. Well, they were laying balls off from the goal line. They were laying balls back to him to hit first time.
Don't. It's embarrassing, but I love him. I will always love him. He's exactly King Colton. I'll still love him. I'll always love him. He's an absolute boy. He's just shite at football, really. But considering
how well he's done in his career, with not a lot,
Do you know what? Honestly, right? He was at one point he was the most informed striker in the league. He was getting in the England team. Zola had him doing really well, and then I think ironically in the Tottenham game, scored an absolute worldie, and then 5 minutes after that, played the perfect through ball to Defoe to go and score this.
Oh yeah, to make it 1-1.
All his confidence, completely shot. That's it. Player career over. That's it. Never saw the same cult. Never.
He was the one to get the best out of him when he's Zola. He had his best football under Zola.
Do you know why? Do you know why it was? Because he said, Carlton Cole said this in an interview. He goes, before whatever season he was doing really well, he got them all in a circle, and he said to all the players, he said, "This is my striker. This is your striker. This is your top striker. He's going to be the man to score the goals this year." And he reckons his confidence has never been so confident in his life ever. Confidence player, complete confidence player.
Bowen to score an 87 then. Still watching the game live in Cyprus. Oh. Watching the game off at the camera is showing the Spurs Stadium the cockerel on the ball and asks, "Why have you got a chicken standing on the ball?"
I actually don't know that.
Then she asks us, "Is it a pigeon?"
Pigeon pie.
Slight knock, yeah, apparently. That's what everyone's saying.
Right, Matt.
We broken. Two we lost. Come on.
Right, I'm off, mate. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave you to. I've got my dinner now, so I'm gonna wash that down, get it down me, and then watch the game. All right. Right. Yeah, I gathered that, Steph. Yep. I gathered that, mate. It's hard to work out that for you. See that, bud. All right. In a bit.
How's Haller got a knock? He's played 15 minutes all season. Not in. It must be in training, mate. That's all I can assume. It does happen, not very often, but in some ways, not playing's worse because then when you do go into like intense stuff, you can pick up knocks. That's all I could really guess, to be honest. But with 4 minutes from kickoff, it's an eagle killing machine. I have no idea, to be honest. County's renamed to West Ham, mate. Yeah, I know, mate. Everyone's no one's on. I don't know where everyone else has gone, to be honest. Ant's about somewhere. Stell wants to come on, but I don't think Stell's Wi-Fi can handle it, to be perfectly honest. The players are coming out now. It's still not weird. I still find it weird. I find it hard to get invested in the games when there's no one in the stadiums. Like, the atmosphere is so flat. I'll be honest, I don't watch it with the fake noise on. I think that's even worse. I like to hear the players talking. But it's... Once the game started, it'll be entirely different. But for now, it's hard. We've got the team walking out now. They're just going through the lineups. Anyone that hasn't seen it and has joined late, this is the West Ham lineup, which was the same as the last game. The only difference being that Haller is not on the bench. Haller is apparently got a knock, so he won't be available. So leading the front line is Antonio, with a backup possibly being Yarmolenko. This is the Tottenham lineup. Bergwijn, Son and Kane up front. Bale on the bench. Everyone's going to be talking about Bale. That's all they're going on about. You know, that's all Sky Sports want as well. And we are going to be joined potentially by Stell, if his internet can hold up.
So long as the Wi-Fi works, can you hear me, mate?
I can. Yeah, you're good, mate. You're good at the moment. Don't know if your Wi-Fi's going to hold.
I could go off at any time, mate. So I thought, I can't believe that they're leaving you on your own.
Oh, tell me about it, mate. Everyone's gone. I mean, they've done it Friday. Poor old Cesc got roped into 3 hours and you're going to come on for 5 minutes.
Right, I'm going to see if I can get a bit more light here. Hang on a minute, mate.
You're all right, mate. You're not too bad.
Is it?
They're
just not too bad?
No, it's not too bad, to be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, you're fine, mate.
So, what do you reckon? What do you reckon our chances today?
You know what? I could see it being like a Chelsea 3-2.
To us?
Yeah. Like, you know, it's the 3-2 game in Project Restart. I could see it being like a last-minute winner. I said last night.
I think the thing that's not done us any favours is having the international break. every time the team has a break, it takes a little bit of time to pick up its momentum.
Again,
but I hope that doesn't happen today.
Oh, Declan Rice has got a new trim, it looks like. He's got focus on his haircut. Don't know why that's exciting for the cameraman, but okay. I said on the preview last night, we had a Tottenham fan on, and I said to him, or I said to Ant, I said, look, it's either going to be, I said to him, it'd be a boring 0-0, where both teams are really cagey, or it's going to be like a 3-3. Because both teams, generally speaking, over the last, say, 2 years, have not been great defensively. I know we had a clean sheet the last 2 games, but it's not been great. Yeah, I'm not sure. Kickoff should be any second. I'm probably slightly behind because I'm watching it on an app and not actually on live TV. So if you're watching it live still, you're probably slightly in front of me. But it is what it is. Don't worry, mate.
Well, I think cheer.
That's all right, mate.
We just kicked off here, mate. So
they're taking a knee at the moment, so I'm a little bit behind you, but it is what it is. Has he got the armband? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rice has got the armband again. It looks like it's gone to, if Noble's not on the pitch, Rice is the captain, which is the way it should be. West Ham kick off with a long ball, as we always do. Antonio causing issues in the box already. Breaks to Souček, who clears it. It's going to be one of them. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be nervous. It's never pleasant watching a West Ham Tottenham game. I think Stell's internet lasted about 3-4 minutes there. Sky announcer said Moyes was back during the transfer window. I'm not really sure about that, mate. Oh, wow. Yeah. 1-0. 1-0 inside 1 minute. Fantastic. Moyes' game plan gone out the window already. Absolute shit. It's a long ball, and it's Kane again to Son. These two are racking it up already. In behind Balbuena, who's not got the pace to keep up with Son. Son cuts inside him, shows him inside, which is his right foot. Shouldn't do it. And he just bends it into the far corner past Fabianski. As I said, you don't want to play up high. And what did we do? We played high. I said it in a previous video today. You don't want to give them space in behind. We gave it to them. And inside a minute, the game plan's gone. Because one thing you'll say about Mourinho is he always goes defence to the front. So they're going to be very... Now you've given them a goal. They're going to be very, very hard to close down and get through. Still looks like he's back. You back? Are you back? You with us? Your Wi-Fi?
Well, that was a bad start, wasn't it?
Oh, mate. Well, me and Ant said on the preview last night, Kane to Son is what you need to watch out for. And yet again, Son scored from a Kane long ball. And we said, don't give them space in behind because with the pace they've got, exactly what they want. We gave it to them. Balbuena, I wouldn't say he made a mistake, but he forced Son inside onto his right foot, and he is right-footed.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It changes the game plan now. We can't sit back. We've got to go for it.
It plays into Mourinho's hands. Because Mourinho's always been...
Mourinho's hands, yeah.
Yeah.
But that means it kind of... this is where you want a striker to be on the bench, to be able to change the game.
But as he's got a knock, and we haven't got anyone else.
We don't have a striker on the bench.
Well, no, as I said, Ant said it right at the very start, and I said it, me and Seth said it on deadline day, we had holes that needed filling in the squad that we needed players in for. One of them was a striker. We didn't get one. You got a winger in Ben Rama. You didn't get a striker.
But we've got a decent striker who should be given more game time, and that's Allaire. But he is not. He has got a knock today. But we do have Yarmolenko.
But if you've only got two, and one of them gets injured, which is what we were saying, if you've only got two centre forwards, and one gets a knock, then you've got no one else. It was a Son goal. Why the hell we started with a high line? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, because as I said, you don't want a high line against Tottenham. I mean, it's a clinically taken goal, and Son is on fire.
that goal was a typical West Ham goal where it was just booted up and they scored. So we kind of gave it to them, didn't we? Really, with the high line.
Yes, mate. It was Son
But
that scored.
we got a free kick just outside the box. A Creswell special coming up, maybe.
Nah, it's on the wrong side, isn't it? It's on the far side. I don't know who we've got that's right footed that could take it. I mean, Creswell could take it, but realistically, from the side it's on, you want a right footer. Long keeper was a bit slow. You could say that, but I mean, in fairness, Sondi put it in the bottom corner. I said it's not really Babwayne's fault. The only thing I would say is that he did force him inside, which you shouldn't have done. Forced him into his right foot. Creswell and Rice are standing over it.
Oh! That was close.
Pete chasing the game already. Yeah, as we were just saying, it falls into Mourinho. But, you know, we had George, a Tottenham fan, on yesterday, and he said Mourinho's thing, especially since he come to Tottenham, he said that he makes sure. I wasn't a bad attempt from Creswell, to be fair.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
George, the Tottenham fan, said Mourinho's thing when he came in was that he made sure they were defensively good first. You know, so that they build from they don't concede and then they go forward. So giving them a goal in the first minute, it does put us in a problem of a Son goal in the first minute.
We're playing a bit of a dangerous game. We're still playing a high line. It ain't working for us. It ain't going to work.
I don't know what. I really don't understand what Moyes' game was of playing. Oof, sold him short there, Balbuena, a bit. Antonio done well to bring that down though. Chasing the game already, yeah. As I said, George was saying that based on Mourinho's made them, they don't concede goals and then you build forward. So when you give them a goal, it plays into make sure they're solid at the back, don't leave gaps, don't press too high.
Turn it around.
Which is where we are, you know, call to West Ham. We're sort of playing well, but we are playing way too high up the pitch. For what it is, we are way, way too high. Which is why Son got the goal.
Can you hear that elegant Greek?
Oh yeah, in the background, yeah. It's still gonna be a good game. But I said at the start, how'd that not go in?
Yeah, that was close. I mean, you know, we're going for it. We're not going to sit back, which is good.
I've said in the previous day and yesterday and today, it's not going to finish 0-0. It just won. There's goals.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate.
It was behind Antonio
so early in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, they're breaking through again on the right. Oh, nice clearance by Sofal.
We can all see highlighting these changes, and we'll keep it until we're 3-0 down, I guess. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing I would say about Moyes is that he is very.
Oh God, Jesus!
Bergwijn across to Son, up and out. Not really. Son brings it back down. Son out to Højbjerg. Is it Højbjerg? Højbjerg in Son. Son to Kane. Kane nutmegs Rice. Kane 2-0.
How far behind are you, mate? I'm on 7:29.
15 seconds behind you.
That was
2-0 and
that was really, really, really poor defending by West
Junior
Ham.
saying bye-bye 2-0. Yeah, it
really,
could be, mate,
really
already.
Poor defending.
Because like someone Woes just said, we're playing a high line that we shouldn't be playing, and Woes wait till we're 2-0 down to change it. And they, as a Tottenham been clinical, they've had 2 chances to score 2 goals, and it's just Kane just nutmegs Rice and nutmegs Ogbonna as well. It's through the legs of Ogbonna, which blinds Fabianski, and it's in the bottom corner, and it's 2-0 after 7 minutes.
Well, this is Moyes' opportunity to use his substitutes, and he's going to have to make changes. He's got to
change something. He's going to change. Whoa, what change is like?
He's got to put Yarmolenko up front with Antonio and go for it. If
we're still paying stupidly high.
We'll lose 5.
Just from the kickoff. Well, Man United done it last week, didn't they? They put 6+ Man United. It's what are we doing? Send Moyes home. It's look, we said before the thing that if they turn up in the form they've been in, especially putting 6 past Man United, it's going to be a hard game.
Get it over the ball. Get it over. All right.
It is going to be a long game. I mean, if you was saying someone, I think Joe said 3-0 down at half time to win 4-3, but
no, you know what? We sneak one back. You know, anything could happen.
But it's, as I said, they've been clinical. But, you know, their problem's never been going forward. They've got amazing forward players. The problem's been something defensively. And Mourinho looks like he's sorted it. But it was clinical as anything, mate. Two chances, 2 goals, and 2 well-taken goals as well. Dialect said, Stell, where are you?
We've got to get a grip on the game here. Don't allow them to...
We'll have a goal, mate, and it's already out of sight and embarrassing. And this is the problem for Moyes. Like you said, you know, whenever we have an international break, we take a while to get going afterwards. And yeah, I said to Luke, before Luke went off, I said to Luke, you know, you can tell in the first 4 or 5 minutes how this game's going to go. Just by the way we shape up, the way we press, and it didn't fill me with confidence. Long Duck saying you can get 101 for Spurs to score 6.
God. Leave off.
Is it as high as that, considering they're 2? To be fair, they scored 2 in the first 10 minutes, so 100 to 1 is actually quite generous. Considering they put 6 past Man United.
We've just got to get our composure back. That's all. You know, still loads of time to go.
Well, do you not remember the game, Mourinho's first game against us? His first game for Tottenham. They done the same thing. They went 3-0 up with half hour to go at London Stadium. And then we started having a go. And as soon as we started having a go, they started panicking at the back.
And that's what we've got to do. We've got to take the game to them.
But fair play to them. They've probably been the better team so far. You know, we're trying things, aren't really working. We're pressing, but Tottenham are very, very solidly defensively. They don't let us... I'll tell you what, we've set up the formation to be wide open, too much space in behind. Well, as we've all said, we're playing too high. You know, we are realistically playing way too high up the pitch for what it is. You know, we shouldn't be playing...
Corner ball to West Ham, lads.
I'm sure Ben Rama's thinking, what have I signed up for here? But it is Tottenham.
Nah, don't worry. Ben Rama would relish a game like this. He'd relish a game like this. Can't wait to see him put that number 9 shirt on. Corner to West Ham. 2-1 coming up. In swinger. Get in there, West Ham. Don't lose it, Masuaku. We've still got all our players up there. Get it over. Another corner coming up. Oh. Close him down. Help him out. Yeah, we just don't have that. Back at West Ham again. Go on, Bowen. Get into the game, mate. That's what we need. There's a bit of passing now. A little bit of composure. Pass and move. Pass and move. Go on. Go on.
Where's Anton? Is he coming back? I'm not sure, mate. He is around. I don't know what he's actually doing.
He will be back in a while.
He asked me to cover for him today. He said he's got some stuff, so he can't be here for the whole game. But like you said, we're getting the ball now. But we're not getting... They managed to get the little bit... They had a little bit of skill to create themselves 2 clear-cut chances, and they buried them. And we haven't had a clear sight on goal yet. You know, you had the Son with his bit of, you know, dropping the shoulder at a cut inside. And then you had Kane nutmegging Declan Rice as he closed him down to get through. And we just haven't had that bit of finesse in the final third yet. We've probably had I say possession's probably been 50-50. And actually, the weird thing is Tottenham haven't done much
maybe
with
they've got
it.
slightly higher.
They haven't really done much with it, but they're two fantastic players.
We've now dropped defensively wise. We've now dropped deeper,
which is too late. Like
yeah.
Trying to play a high
We're
line
already
against
2-0
Tottenham
down.
when they have two very, very pacey wingers. And we are now sitting defensively better,
Yeah.
and it
Even the commentator here is saying that Moyes has got to change the focus. He's got to do something. It's never too early to make a substitution. If you're 2-0 down in a game and you're starting to chase it, there's no point only playing one up front. You've got to do something to change the focus of the game.
Moyes making a sub early. Are you sure about that still? It's not the 87th
Well, he's
minute
got
yet.
to, hasn't he? You can't go. You can't go till half time. 2-0 down.
Half time, mate.
When,
we won't make. I
15
guarantee we won't get a sub
in.
before like the 70th minute.
Well, then he's thrown the game, then, hasn't he? If that's the case, if he doesn't get a sub on sooner in order to change the game, I would expect him to get a sub on by at least at half time, if not earlier.
It's we are now playing deeper, and all of a sudden, like playing 10, 15 yards deeper, Tottenham now can't get him behind. They've tried that ball over the top a couple of times since, and we've just ended up heading it back to Fabianski. But I do wonder. Like, I'm not a manager. You're not a manager. We're not. We're fans. The Americans call it armchair quarterbacking.
Oh, for God's sake! I can't believe this. 3-0.
Son forward, Son wide to Reguilon. Reguilon into the back post to Kane. 3-0. Stel, what was you saying about Tottenham scoring 6?
They're tearing us apart.
They've had 3 attacks and scored 3 goals. It's literally what it is. They've had 3 attacks and scored 3 goals. Kane just pulling off the back of Creswell. Creswell's not got the height.
Ball watching.
It's all far too easy. Scott, this is getting ugly. There it is. Toby, I'm out, lads. Going to carry on painting the conservatory. Get Dawson on. Yeah, you might as well, mate. Even I would say 3-0 is dead and buried. I mean, I said I'd do match day, so I've got to sit here and watch it. I can't turn it off. But not blaming Moyes, this rampant Spurs side. Yeah, it is a bit like that. You can't. That one we were deeper, and they still found a way to score. I mean, they said this team's put 6 past Man United last week, and it's already outside. They've had 3 shots on goal.
I'll tell you what. 3 attacks, but 3 poor defensive displays there.
Yeah.
Awful.
What did you say?
Wide open.
What did you say at kickoff? It always takes us a little while after the national break to get ourselves there again. And so
always. Every time we have a break, and we could get trounced by Liverpool, and then we'll come good again at Fulham.
Well, I got more hope for Liverpool because they don't look this good going forward at the moment. And they're actually missing their 2 best players in Van Dijk and Alisson. 3-0. Pete says 3-0 after 16 minutes is going to be a cricket score. Well, they're tearing us a new hole.
He's got to change. He's got to change it to. He's got to change the formation. He's got to go 4-4-2. He's got to go for it. It's already too late.
They've gone 4-3-3. We're playing 5-2-3 or 5-4-1, and the 2 in the midfield losing out to the 3. We did say the battle in midfield might determine it, but there's no battle at the moment. They're just passing around us. In fairness, Rice and Souček aren't anywhere near it because they're just, as soon as we get anywhere near them, they're just passing it off to the extra man in the midfield playing around us. But then in the same way, we should have the extra man in defence, whereas we don't. What beer's getting you through this? San Miguel at the moment, mate.
And tell unnecessary yellow card. Totally unnecessary.
Oh,
we're all panicking now.
Oh, Antonio, that is a nasty one. Left in on Son there. Ball was it wasn't a nasty one because Son hurdled it looks like, but I did sort of catch his foot.
It wasn't nasty, it was just unnecessary.
He needs to change formation. He should have done it after the first goal because he's at ground level, we can't see it. Never mind beer time, I'm after some smack.
He's got to go 4-4-2. He's got to go 4-4-2. He's got to bring Yarmolenko on and, change it.
Well, even if he pushes, even if he doesn't want to
off or Fornals off and go 4-4-2.
Well, I was going to say, even if he doesn't want to change the subject, if he wants to change formation, he could put Bowen up front with Antonio. There you go. They said at the bottom of the screen on Sky Sports, we've had 4 attempts, 1 on target.
You what, mate?
Sky Sports just put up the stats for shooting. We've had 4 shots, 1 on target. Spurs have had 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. Absolutely clinical. Absolutely clinical. Tottenham. It's not going good, guys. I mean,
and we pat every time they go on the attack. We're panicking.
We can't do anything. They just showed it there. I don't know if that was the first goal. That little shove by Souček for a foul. We pressing up high, and it was one ball over the top. They were past the midfield, and they were going to be in. Souček took the little foul, professional foul. Come on, you Spurs. We need to worry, mate. When we worry about come on, you Spurs, the Spurs are out of sight at this point. The way the game's going. I mean, Tottenham have got 100% goal accuracy right now. Every shot's gone in. But I said at 2-0, I said we were having fair with the ball and they weren't doing anything. But since that third goal, it's just the game's finished. Literally looks finished at 3-0. Tottenham had dominated possession, passing it as they want. I was going to say still, if they wanted to change the formation, go to up front, you put Bowen up front, put Masuaku to left mid and Fornals to right mid. Good tackle from Souček there to finally shut down Bergwijn. Sort of go forward again.
Moyes is on the side, Moyes is saying we're going 2 up front. It looks like he's going to make a change.
We need to change something, mate. 20 minutes in.
It looks like he might make a change. Hang on, mate. I'll be back in a minute.
Spurs look like the best team in the Premier League at the moment, better than Liverpool, Man City. Certainly from an attacking point of view. Mourinho's sort of gotten clicked. And, he's made a few signings that he needed. He brought in the left back, Regulion, who looks like he's doing well. He brought in Højbjerg, who looks like he's sorted out their midfield. And, of course, they've got Bale on the bench. He may not even bring Bale on. He may not need to. He may give him a 10-minute run out, but it's all about Bale scoring a 90th minute winner. That's kind of ruined Sky as a Sky Sports prerogative and script for the day, didn't it? It's Bale scoring a last minute winner with 3-0 down after 15 minutes. Spurs have got a free kick out on the right wing. They're looking to bring in. Looks like Son's going to swing it in. Son's lining it up. Son swings it in. Flick on. Ogbonna straight up in the air. Babena only to the edge of the box. Antonio heads it again sideways. Babena finally gets it away to Fornals. But Son, I don't know, what's he giving it? A head injury to stop the play. Toby, Noble will play 130% against Spurs. Get him on. Where did it come from? Antonio.
This is so West Ham.
Just caught Sissoko in the face, but it's not intentional. Antonio jumps up for the header to clear the ball. Did catch Sissoko though. I think Sissoko should be okay. It's a flailing arm more than anything. But this game is dead and buried. Picture of Gareth Bale at the moment while Son gets Good job, Alfie's at watching. His hair be falling out at this stage.
Changed, Matt. It's got to be changed, Matt. Moyes has got to do it now.
But we've said this before, mate. He doesn't do it, does we?
If Moyes doesn't change it now to give a little bit of confidence back into the team, well, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to think about doing it before half time. Give them something to hang on to, because going in at 3-0 at half time and not changing the formation, not making a change on the pitch, it's just they're gonna walk in with their heads down. So, he's got nothing to lose now. It's 3-0. He's got nothing to lose.
We had nothing to lose in the first place, realistically. Let's not forget. I mean, if you'd have said, when we got those view of first 7 fixtures, if you'd have said we'd had 6 points after them 7 fixtures, you'd be surprised and take your hand for it. But Tom, what changes would you make at half time?
Yeah, and I think several of us said
we'd be bottom with no points.
What would I make?
Yeah, Tom said, what changes would we make? So what would you make at half time?
Yeah, I'd bring Yarmolenko on, play him up front with Antonio, and take off someone like either Masuaku or Fornals. Go 4-4-2. It's the only thing you can do.
We've got Cess coming on. Cess, what are we saying?
Probably the best.
I don't know, man. The game was over in like 10 minutes.
Game was over in 45 seconds, mate.
It's literally done. I don't see. There's no changes whatsoever that Moyes could make.
We're still saying we need to make changes. Still saying we need to make changes now. I mean, Tom said, what changes will we make? Personally, for me, I'm with Stell. I'd probably get someone else up front and go 4-4-2.
Yeah.
I'd possibly take off, as harsh as it is, I'd probably take off Fornals.
Yeah, the 3-4-3, that's Jose's done his homework and literally has exposed us. Literally has done a number on us.
We're pressing too high, aren't we? We press and we play high. And he's just gone play long balls.
Yeah, exactly that. Because we pressed up high, he's like, I know. Let Sung and Bergwijn just literally just hog the touchline.
Isn't that exactly what we did in the game? Do you not remember I said still earlier, the game, Mourinho's first game for Tottenham? Yeah. They won 3-2 at London Stadium.
Exactly.
It was the exact same thing. We all got blown away with the fact the first time they had a goal kick and Mourinho was like, no, play it long. He's like, play it up to Kane.
Yeah, Jose's done his homework.
It's taken us 25 minutes or 25 minutes to realise don't play so high.
He's pushed Fornals. He's pushed Fornals up front, lads. Fornals is now playing just off Antonio.
Which we needed something.
And also Bowen. But so we've got 3 up front, but it's like, as Des just said, it's going to just go with a flat back 4.
Yeah, I have to do something.
4. And go for
Tom, no, Benrahma's not on the bench. Wasn't allowed. He had to be signed by midday Friday, and we signed him at frigging, 7:30. So no, he's not on the bench. He weren't allowed. You know what? As crazy as it is, this would be. You say we needed a plan B. This is a game you would have brought Haller off the bench. This would have been the perfect time to unleash Haller and Antonio as a front two against a Tottenham team that you can bully the defenders. But Haller had a knock. We don't have a second centre forward.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't have a striker. We don't.
Well, as I said, this was about 5 minutes ago. They put up a stat on the bottom of the screen, Sky Sports, and it said shots in the game. We'd had 4, they'd had 3. So shots on target, us 1, them 3. They've only had 3 shots in the game. We've actually had more shots. They've had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. They've been absolutely clinical.
I mean, that's Spurs this season at the moment. That's been so clinical.
Which is what that
they've been so ruthless this season.
It's what George, the Tottenham fan, said yesterday. He said the thing they've finally clicked from this season. I think they said they played. Was it Newcastle when they drew 1-1? Yeah, Newcastle got that dodgy penalty in the last minute, didn't they? That stupid handball. He said they absolutely battered Newcastle that game, and they had like 20 shots at goal or something. Only scored the 1 goal. Obviously, they got that penalty, and it's almost like after that game it clicked, and they've been absolutely clinical since. And they have.
It's absolutely brown.
They're in behind again.
Southampton.
Aurier cut back. And Masuaku done well. Luke, Benrahma must be thinking, what have I joined here? To be fair, I mean, they did, again, we're all forgetting, we all think it's London derby, but they did put 6 past Man United last game.
That's the day. And they put 5 past Southampton.
Would you see them as picking up, Tom, would you see us picking up points against Liverpool, Man City? For me, yeah, because I don't think at the moment they're not in the same amount of form that Tottenham are in.
Who is that? Man United? Liverpool?
Liverpool and Man City. Will we get? Do we see us get any points from them?
I agree with that, yeah. I think that with them losing Van Dijk, that's going to be a massive, massive loss for them. Absolutely massive. And still ain't got Alisson neither. So
Liverpool are nowhere near. You know what? Whether Liverpool retain the title or not this year would not be. They will not run away with it this year anywhere near as much as they did. They're saying that Van Dijk may be out for 7-8 months potentially. Liverpool haven't officially said anything, but apparently it's an ACL tear.
Yeah,
I think Alisson's still got another month on the sidelines.
At least, yeah.
And Adrian, they didn't. They only brought in a kid to replace him. Man City don't look anywhere near it. Even yesterday, Man City didn't look against Arsenal. Arsenal should have got something out of it.
That great.
No. Arsenal had dominating spells and had enough chances to get something out of it. So yeah, Tom, I could see us getting a couple of points, maybe a win or like 2 draws or something, or even just 1 point.
Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah.
But I say at the moment, we got something out of Leicester, but I mean they didn't have a shot on target that game.
No.
As Stel said at the start of the match, Stel said whenever we have an international break, we always come back slow. It always takes us a game or 2 to get going again. And you can see that today, that we have not started anywhere near as good as we were against Leicester and Wolves. Playing too high up the pitch. Not professional enough, not crisp enough, not sharp enough. Do you think Benrahma will go straight into the starting 11 next week? Potentially. Me and Nat were talking about it on the preview. And I turned around and said that, when the team's winning and playing well, you don't change it. But when it starts losing, that's when the manager can then go, well, someone else got the opportunity to come in. So for me, at the moment, the way we're going, because he'd offer something different. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see him coming in next week. I could.
Who would he go? Who would he replace?
That would be up to Moyes in training.
How this game goes. He might change. He might change like the whole formation. Like if it's against the likes of Liverpool, there's no way. Even though they lost Van Dijk, there's no way that we'll go free at the back against Liverpool. It's not. This is.
It'd be like a proper flat back 5, not.
Yeah.
You're talking like bringing in Dawson for Masuaku and playing Creswell as left back and actually playing the back 5.
Yeah.
But I could see him maybe dropping Fornals, maybe. That's who everyone seems to think would be the like for like, if he's going to stick the same formation. Vinny, Vlad and Adrian when West Ham play Liverpool. You don't need to rely on Adrian. You know what you're going to get from Adrian. We know it. I remember saying to I got mates at work, they're Liverpool fans, and when they signed Adrian, they were banging on about he was the best number 2 in the league. And I was like, well, do you think if he was that good, do you think we'd let him go?
Wait, best number 2 in the league?
Yeah, this last year, when they signed him last summer, I got Liverpool fans at work, and they were saying, "Oh, we've just signed the best number 2 in the league," and I was like, if he was that good, do you think West Ham would let him go? Do you think we wouldn't have given him a new contract if he was that good?
Yeah.
Adrian will be false number 10 for West Ham. Yeah, something like that. Right? Look like that. We're normally poor throughout the season and brilliant against Spurs. This year, we're going to be poor against Spurs and brilliant throughout the season. I mean, as I said to Stel, when we had them first 7 fixtures, and we all said it in the, we got our WhatsApp group, we all said the same thing, that we're going to be bottom after 7 games with no points. So the fact that we managed to get 3 points. Yeah. Well, I was going to say 3 points from Leicester and 3 points from Wolves.
Yeah.
Just means that we won't be bottom with no points after the 7 games.
Yeah, I literally, I come in the start of the season, had no faith whatsoever. With the first 7 games that we had zero faith. Exactly what you said. I said we'll be bottom.
And, Sheffield United is still struggling. I mean,
Burnley
they look
struggling.
like...
Burnley have got no points. They're the only team that's got no points at all.
Burnley, I feel sorry for. I do feel sorry for Burnley because they got absolutely shafted. Well, I say Burnley got shafted. Dice got shafted. Saying that GSB spent no money, I think they're the only team that actually spent no money.
Yeah, zero. Like
They
nothing.
signed 2 freebies, and they signed 31-year-old Dale Stevens on loan from Brighton.
Yeah, they got free agent, weren't he? Yeah.
They signed him on loan. They signed 2 free agents from the Championship.
Oh, yeah.
So, if Brighton are willing to let him go on loan, it tells you Brighton have no need for him. And they lost 6 or 7 players that they got released. I mean, Joe Hart left them, and he's sitting on the bench for Tottenham now. He upgraded. I think Burnley is struggling. Sheffield United.
Yeah, this would be struggling.
Should have been 4.
Yeah.
Fantastic save from Fabianski there. Brilliant whipped in ball by Aurier, and Son sliding in should have been 4. I think Burnley struggling. I think Fulham looked a bit better today. That Doma Lookman, of course, was at Charlton and Everton. He looks decent. He came on the score for Fulham.
Yeah.
But outside of them 3, I mean, maybe Newcastle, but then they still brought some players in. And, they've got to keep Maxim fit.
Yeah, they need him. They need him. The likes of him and like Callum Wilson. They need them. Like,
I'm quite surprised about. Is it Jack? No, I was about to say Jack Cork. Who's the guy they signed from Burnley?
Oh, Jeff Hendricks.
I'm surprised he's been playing right mid. When we had the Newcastle fan, and he was like, "Oh, I can't see him starting. He'd probably be like a bench player that come on and do a job." But I mean, I thought
he was a centre mid.
Yeah, he is, but he's been playing right mid for Newcastle. Yeah. But they brought Lewis in, who's a solid left back. Moyes will go more defensive. Yeah, I think he probably will get Man City and Liverpool. But I think the thing is it generally plays into our hands. The problem we've got, and I did say this in the preview yesterday, we had George on the Tottenham fan. Mourinho and Moyes are both very pragmatic defensive managers. Like, don't forget, he won back-to-back league titles and trebles, etc. at Chelsea. We are very solid defensively. We do not concede goals, and then we do stuff going forward. And I said today it was going to be the team of 2 counter-attacks and who could counter-attack better. And at the moment, 100% it's Tottenham. When they've got the ball going forward, they're not rushing anything. They're quite happy to sit back and pass it out and wait for a space or wait for the deal to play the ball in behind. But they're much more happy with us coming at them and then leaving all that gap in behind. And ever since, I'd say, I can't remember the last time, we're not an attacking, passing, tempo, dictating the play team. We never have been. Even under Bilic. Even under Bilic, we weren't like that. So we always struggle against teams that we're expected, last year, we always played Burnley, and when we play Sheffield United, we struggle, those sort of games, because we're expected to set the tempo. We're expected to dictate the pace and the possession, and we can't do that. We never have.
We can't do that. And then when the teams are so compact, we struggle to break them down.
We are the team that wants to sit back and counter the other team. And today, Moyes was like, well, they're going to sit back, which they do. Mourinho's teams always do. So we're going to go on the front foot. But going on the front foot, we left it high and exposed.
That's the thing, though. Yeah. So
and the damage was done.
Their whole plan.
The damage was done in 15 minutes. Inside 15 minutes, damage done, 3 goals. It's taken us about 10 minutes after that. The last 10 minutes have been actually pretty even, to be fair, guys. I mean, it's been pretty... We've not done too badly on the ball. We've looked okay going forward, but, we've had a couple of chances or half chances. But damage is already done.
Yeah, damage is already done.
Do you think Everton will fizzle out or be a title challenger? It's
Only
hard.
time will tell. Only time will tell, to be honest.
For them, it's going to be injuries, I think.
And Pickford.
Well, they did bring in the... was it the Ajax goalkeeper?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Who's the Sweden number 1. So they did bring in actual competition. And Ancelotti won't stand for it. He won't stand for defensive mistakes from Pickford continually. He will drop him if he has to, but they haven't got a lot of strength in depth, I would say, is their thing. So they're relying on keeping a lot of their key players fit for the season. I think if Alan, Decore, James and Calvert-Lewin spent any time out at the same time, they're going to struggle. And, the same way that I can't see Calvert-Lewin continually banging in goals that he's doing. He's in a hot streak of form at the moment.
I don't know. I think he could.
Because that was never his thing, was it? If you like the last couple of years, he's not been that clinical
It's not
centre
big.
forward.
It's just like it takes that. I think it's always have that one. You always have that one player that season that always does it. Ings was last year. You know, it's just like you always get that.
He's still on form at the moment.
Seems to turn it up and literally it just works for them. And I think this season it will be like Calvert-Lewin.
Depends if they sign
always that one striker, always.
Toby, which team are you talking about if they sign a keeper in January? Because that could be any one number of teams. You're talking about Liverpool or Everton? Son and Kane are far too dangerous half to attack too much. Exactly. That's what I said. They want us to attack. Luke, to think I was worried about Bale.
No.
I said this has ruined Sky's narrative, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Sky were talking about Bale coming off the bench and doing the winner and stuff. Well, it's too late, mate. Kane's already sort of seen to that. It's funny because I did read an article from a certain website the other day saying about how Kane's not on form. I did read one of the media sites, the West Ham media sites, wrote an article the other day saying about how Kane's not. Yeah, he hasn't been scoring goals. He's not on form when he scored 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. Because he is the top of scorer. I think he's the top assister this season.
Yeah, he is.
Because that first goal puts him on 7 now, but he hadn't scored any goals yet. He was on 0 goals. And of course, he bangs in 2 in the first 15 minutes. As soon as I read that article the other day, I was like, oh, well, you never forget playing against Tottenham. I just never tempt fate in general. Like, I don't. Even when I do my weekend accumulators, I never bet on West Ham. No. I've got a mate at work that's an Arsenal fan, and I said to him, don't bet on West Ham. And he was like, well, I was like, because you never know what West Ham are going to turn up.
Well, I learned now not to bet on Morecambe. Yeah.
There's certain teams you just don't put in your accumulator.
I learned
you just don't. Like the back end, like Project Restart last year. Like Project Restart, I never backed West Brom because they struggled over the line. Weird season. Many teams will surprise contender for the top 4.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think Leicester are going to be there again. I think Leicester should have been there last season. I can't believe that they sort of bottled it at the last minute.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can see this is going to be one of them seasons again. The Leicester season, and now they're on the. Oh no! Don't tell them they're break again. Well, now this looks like he's limping a bit. Ah, okay.
Put the dog out, turn the lights off. Yeah, Everton do. Everton. Yeah, I think they need a goalkeeper. They did. I said they signed the Ajax goalkeeper, but I mean, I think we need a goalkeeper. I'm not saying anything at Fabianski, but I don't think. I mean, Fabianski's in the last year of his contract, and at 30, is he 35 now? Fabianski, he's not going to be around much longer.
Yeah. So okay. So hypothetical. So say like Fabianski somehow goes or something. Which keeper would you get in?
Well, the keeper I was always looking at was Butland because he's still only 26.
I'll say Nick, to be honest.
He's gone to Palace for $500,000.
$500,000, yeah. But the thing is,
mental.
I've seen how bad he was in with his Stoke season. Good.
I did, but then sometimes the keeper just needs to get out and get somewhere else. There's the Brentford goalkeeper, Raya.
Yeah, he's a good shout.
He was actually linked with Arsenal, wasn't he? Until we ended up getting that other goalkeeper. It's hard. I mean, we seem to pick.
We look like, you know, when you're like, we're not first to the ball, we're not second, we're not even like second or third to the ball.
No. It's, Allardyce always said, didn't he, and under Big Sam, it's like, just win your 50-50s. You've got to be first to the ball. And if you're not first, you've got to be second. Whereas we're like, unless Tottenham give us the ball, we're like, oh, well, we're not interested. We'll let them compete for it. And then...
And here's me the other day when I said, like, we have to win that midfield battle. And then...
Yeah. No, we haven't even competed in the midfield. But to be fair, to Rice and Souček, Tottenham have passed around it.
Yeah.
There's not been a midfield battle to be there. They've just passed around it.
And Antonio's been so isolated. It's literally like.
I'd say we normally end up signing a goalkeeper from the teams that go down. Is what normally happens. So for me, say a bottom half Premier League team looking for a goalkeeper, I would hands down forget giving Burnley 50 million for Tchaikovsky. I'd go and get Pope.
To be fair, you got the options. You got him. You could. Who else is there? You got Matt Ryan. You know.
Matt Ryan at Brighton's he's not bad.
He's not bad. You know.
Yeah, I'd take Pope from Burnley.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
When Moyes doesn't make changes at half time, players know there'll be no subs till the 80th minute. Heads will drop, Bale come on 65 and destroy us. Well, mate, there's not going to be subs at half time. I tried to explain to Stell when Stell was on earlier that he was like, we've got to make subs in the first half. I was like, mate, there's not going to be subs at half time.
It won't.
No subs in the first half.
Like,
70th minute, if you're lucky.
It's already been, it's just damage. It's already been done. The damage has already been done already. Like,
it's too late.
I said, what can you do to change it? Like, generally, what can you do to change it, to get us back in the game?
Lee.
Like, what can you do?
What the hell? I just come out of the gym, got in the car and put the match on to think, 20 minutes gone, let's see how the score is. 3-0 for fuck's sake. I'll be honest, Tottenham look the better team now, but in the first 20 minutes, it was actually very much 50-50. But Tottenham created 3 clear-cut chances and fucking buried them. They were as clinical as anything. Junior, Spurs boss in midfield. Yeah, it's the old adage of the 3v2, isn't it? It's the 3v2. Yeah. And we always have this. Like, we normally have it against Wolves, but Wolves went 2 in midfield this year. Normally we play 2 in midfield against a 3. Whenever we do it, we lose.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, I think he's changed formation because normally Mourinho's been playing the 5 at the back that we play. And today he's played 3 in midfield, and it's probably caught Moyes by surprise, but he should have changed it. He should have done something to go, all right.
Yeah, that's Mourinho doing his own work.
Yeah.
He's looked at it thinking, right.
I've gone right off Milan dinner. Yeah. This one's a write-off. Absolutely.
It is. He's looked at it thinking, okay, there's a possibility that they could go unchanged. If they do,
because the thing is, you knew we were going to do
this. Like, Mourinho's planned this. He knows that, and he thought,
yeah,
all right, they're going to try and play a high line, which we did. You know what to do. Song and Bergwijn, you know what to do. Literally.
At any point in this game, they are 1 pass away from being through 1-on-1.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just had it then. They played a long ball from right back, and Balbuena accepted it with the header. But if Balbuena wasn't there to head it, it came in 1-on-1.
Yeah, again.
They're like, right, press the back line, let them play high, playing behind them, and it's absolutely working. It's, Mourinho struggled at Man United, but I don't think Mourinho had the players he wanted or players that matched the way he played, and he didn't get the money he needed.
No.
Oh, that was unlucky. Kufal on his left foot. It's actually Kane back there blocking him. We are getting some good spells on the ball, but it's just we're not getting that clinical chance that we need. And got the half time. Yeah. We ended up half okay, but it's... There you go. Yeah, proxy break always happens. It does. We hate the international break. We always do. Yeah. Forget Bale. It don't need to be done, does it? Kufal looks the nuts. Players are trying, getting physical too. They do, but it's too late. As you said, Mourinho out-tacticked Moyes in that first 25-30 minutes, and the game's gone. Like, finished the game before it even started. Really did. Like, that was... Someone said, what's Moyes' record versus Mourinho? I actually have no idea, mate. See if I can find it quickly. I know. At Man United, he had a better record than Moyes. There we go. There's still. That's what frustrates fans. Moyes should have changed it at 2-0. Should have definitely changed it at 3-0. He's too stubborn. He is, but at the same time, someone else said earlier, still, like, what could he actually
do?
What could he do? Yeah. Because with Haller not on the pitch and with no Ben Rama, you know, as we said, look, there's the subs.
Exactly.
What would you do? Fredericks and Diop aren't going to come on because the defence, they've scored 3 goals, but it hasn't been mistakes from the defence. They've scored 3 good goals. You know, the first one, you could maybe blame Balbuena for letting...
No, Balbuena literally showed him. I think every
showed him inside. That's the only thing you can say about the first goal.
Yeah. I think every single West Ham fan knew he was going to cut in. Literally, you could tell by the body shape, the way he just.
Well, he's right-footed, isn't he?
Yeah, you could just tell straight away he's going to cut in. He's going to shoot.
I mean, but again, look at them subs. Going forward, your option is Yarmolenko because Lanzini's not going to do anything.
No.
And Snoddy and Noble will be more gritty, but he needs to give players hope out there and make some positive changes at half time. Balbuena is normal now. I didn't think he had a bad game. I didn't think he had a bad half. I think he made that one thing of pushing someone inside. But you see it in the Premier League all the time. Players tackling on their favoured foot, and it doesn't matter what the defender does. They always get into it.
Yeah.
It was just how close he got to him. Still saying, bring on Yarmolenko. Oh, here you go. Moyes has never won against him. 9 losses and 5 draws. So there you go. Moyes never beaten him. Still saying, put Yarmolenko up front. Yarmo for 4 now. The defense been poor. Yeah, Moyes never beat Mourinho. Son's goal's obvious, and Balbuena still let him in. Yeah,
I think Stevie.
But then again, we can say that for Yarmolenko.
He's gonna cut in.
How many goals has Yarmolenko scored for West Ham when he's cutting his left foot and he still scored it anyway? And defender just let him do it. It does happen. Second goal, Kane nutmegged 2 players. The second one was Declan Rice.
Yeah,
nutmegged Declan Rice.
And shot
through on Bonner's legs. Gave Fabianski no chance. And the third one, they played it out wide and crossed it to the back post. Kane pulling off the back of Creswell. But the only thing Creswell does like playing in the back 3 is that he hasn't got any height. And he buried it in the far corner. Yeah. Have we had a chance? We've nearly had chances, but there's not. I can't remember us having a clear-cut chance.
No.
I can't remember it like Lloris being stretched into a save. It's been poor. It's been comfortable. Still saying we'll go to a 4-4-2. It won't even be a sacrifice now to drop Masuaku or 4 hours. But you know what he'll do? Take off Fowler and bring on Noble. I'm not worried though because Spurs look amazing. They do, and people. That is the thing. Spurs have looked very, very good.
Yeah, they're good. This is not the first time Spurs have done this.
No, as I've said a couple of times, you know, let's not forget. I know it was the international break, but their last game, they beat. Was it Old Trafford as well? They went and won 6-1. I don't know if it was at Old Trafford. Yeah, they went to Old Trafford. I know there's no fans, but they put 6 past Man United at Old Trafford. So
and they had 3 games within the space of 5 days.
And they scored. Yeah, the Tottenham fan George said they had 3 games in a week.
Yeah.
And they scored 14 goals.
14 goals, yeah.
Showing the first goal. We were on the attack. They have it in the back 4. They play it out to the midfield to Kane, who's playing as like a CDM. And straight away at that point there, we're playing 45 yards up in our own half with a back 3. Son pulls on Balbuena, cuts inside, buries it.
Yeah, look how high we are. Look how high we were.
Look how high we are 45 yards up.
And then boom, he's pinged it.
And Kane's pinged it over Balbuena's head. He's seen it as well. He's looked up. He actually looks up and sees Son. Plays it in behind Balbuena. Son just cuts on his right foot.
This is so obvious. It's so
Second goal,
obvious.
Up into Balbuena, long ball into Kane. Again, Kane in the middle of the pitch. He plays it wide, but...
It's just showing him. He's showing him the inside. Straight.
We didn't clear the ball properly. It come back to Son, who plays it in. So Kane's like now playing as attacking midfielder. And he nutmegs Rice, and then through Bonner's legs, bottom corner. You know, there is the first goal you can moan about. The second goal is a brilliant double nutmeg, essentially, and you put it in the bottom corner. There's nothing Fabianski can do because it's come from Bonner. You can't see it till it's too late.
That's the thing.
Third goal, we have the ball. It's a poor ball from Bonner that gets cut out. Soko turns in the middle of the pitch to Højbjerg. Højbjerg into Son. They push the overlap with Regulion, who's brilliant ball at the back post for Kane to nod across for 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the guy was the best left back in Spain last year. It was a brilliant cross.
Who's that?
Regulion, yeah.
Yeah, Regulion, yeah. He actually is mustard. I'm not going to lie, yeah. Yeah.
It was a brilliant cross. It was, you know... The only way Kane wouldn't have scored that goal was if he missed. There was nothing... There was nothing a defender or the goalkeeper could do about it.
I think every striker would want that type of ball.
And then you got the block from Kane from a Kufal chance. He just threw himself in front of it. That was probably the only clear chance we've had. They've just shown us Sky Sports.
Yeah, a lot of pass chances. But I tell you what, I know he can't. I know he's like coming Southampton, but that Højbjerg, like, I do like the look of him. Like, you know, I think he's a very good player.
Well, I know that they didn't like the fact that he come out in an interview, didn't he? Is he? I know he's sort of like Sweden, Norway, around that way, isn't he? I'm not sure what nationality he actually is, but I know he's one of those he's Scandinavian of some sort, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And he done an interview in his homeland, and he basically was like, I want to go to the next level. And they basically stripped the captaincy off him and was like, oh, you're not playing now because...
Yeah.
Dawson for Balbuena. Well, Dawson's not on the pitch. Dawson's not on the bench, mate, so we're going to struggle with Dawson for Balbuena. You know, the subs were there. There was no... As I said, look, that's the subs. What are you going to do? Still says Yarmolenko, but that's about it. That's about all you could do. Dave, it was truly men against boys. It was... There was a team that went out there that had a general game plan, and there was a team that went out there that had a game plan to counteract the other team. We went out there with the general, we're going to play the same way we've played in the last two games. The three at the back, the wing backs. We're going to press them, not give them any time on the ball. You know, and we're going to play this way. And no, I mean, he could do a lot better. Yeah, Bavani probably should have done better. Like you said, that Mourinho literally went, "What? This is West Ham. Seen how West Ham are going to play, how they're going to set up." It's like Mourinho basically sat there on the international break, literally watched those 2 90-minute games, absolutely dissected them, and went,
"Exactly, that's exactly what he's done." No,
and he went, "Right, this is what we need to do to beat West Ham."
Yeah, this is what they've done. Like I know Mourinho does that because like you could tell he's the type of person that does that. Literally, he will sit there and just literally watch. He'll be like, okay. They do this. This is how they do this. All right, we're going to counteract it by doing this. It's, you know,
Davis had brought forward. We needed a quality defender. I mean, in fairness, I don't know. You can't say it's David Moyes. You can say it's the owners. I mean, Moyes said, "I want this. This is first choice, this is second choice, third choice, fourth choice, fifth choice," and they didn't get any of them. And whether they actually tried to get them or not, I don't know. Then to end up with Salthouse's Craig Dawson. But we said, on deadline day, we needed a centre back, a centre forward, and a left wing back.
Left wing back, yeah.
And we didn't get any of them.
No.
And you know, I was talking to Ant before the game, and Ant was like, "Oh, we ain't got many options. Where's the other options?" I was like, "There isn't." You know, you go back, you've got that starting 11.
Mm-hmm.
You've got those subs. All that's missing from that squad is Ben Johnson, Craig Dawson, Haller and Benrahma. That's it. You've got a 23-man squad. There is nothing else. You know, we're one Masuaku away from... We haven't got a left wing back. We're like 1 or 2 midfielders away from Coventry coming and playing centre mid because we haven't got anything else. Today, we don't have a centre forward on the bench because Haller got a knock.
Yeah.
We haven't got anyone else. Like,
no one.
Pete said it's time to look for a new goalkeeper. As I said, I think, let me just double check. I think he's either 34 or 35 Fabianski. And I know he's 35. He's 36 in April. So come the end of next season, he's going to be. Come the end of this season, he's going to be 36. And I think his contract's up at the end of this season. I think we signed him from Swansea and he got a 4-year contract. I think the end of this season is the end of his contract and he'll be 36. At which point, like I said, I think we will go and get a new goalkeeper. It's just who's going to be available at the time. I said I'd love to get in Pope, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other teams that'd love to bring in Pope from Burnley. There's Raya, who's at Brentford. It's going to depend on who's available, probably from the teams that go back down, realistically.
Yeah.
You know, because I can't see us actually running with Randolph or Martin, to be honest.
No, I can't either.
Randall's solid number 2 or championship number 1. He's not either. I'm saying Martin is essentially a number 3. We are playing poor, but remember this is the same team that ripped United apart, is what I've said. They put 6 past Man United last game. I know it seems a little while ago because we had the international break, but they put 6 past Man United at Old Trafford, and they were 4-1 up at half time in that game.
4-1 up, yeah. They were.
Half time in Spurs' last 3 games 4-1, 4-1, 3-0. Is that the 3 last home games? I'm guessing 4-1, 4-1, 3-0. So it is what it is. I mean, I think Moyes got tactically done by Mourinho in his first half. Will we see any changes at half time? I hope he does something, but I'm really not confident or positive on it, to be perfectly honest. I can't see us making any changes. I mean, yeah, Stel said Yarmolenko. I mean, maybe Yarmolenko. But problem is that even if we go to if we went to a 4-4-2, that doesn't stop the fact that we're playing with a high line and we're pressing too hard, and we're literally inviting them to just make 1-2 passes and get in behind us and go again. That's the issue. Yeah.
The thing is, even if we go to 4-4-2, we're still going to have the same midfield issue. Like them having a bring in the middle, and then the extra man, who is probably going to be Nundembele, who would probably be the extra man, just like floating about and just pinging balls or Højbjerg.
The other change would be to take off one of Creswell or Masuaku and put another midfielder on, and go 3 in the midfield, and try and match them up. Try and match them up 4-3-3. Perfect situation for Battle to get run out. For me, now if I'm Mourinho, I wouldn't even bother. Personally, I wouldn't risk Bale at this point, because what's the point? Still saying we're back, and guess what? No changes. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, for me, you could give Bale one to give him some minutes, but I don't think he necessarily needs to get minutes against West Ham. I think if they were pushing for the win, or if they were struggling to get the win, if they were pushing to get that winner, I think you bring Bale on. But I think at 3-0 up, do they want to risk bringing on Bale? I mean, the guys. When was the last time a guy played in football? They're still bringing him, building him up. You get him a few minutes.
Yeah, he's not played in a lot. That's the thing. He's not played in a very long time. Yeah.
No, he's been sitting playing golf in Spain, hasn't he? So, I mean, what is it? Wales, golf.
Real Madrid.
Then Real Madrid.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, you know, I can see the logic. Or maybe they give him like 10 minutes at the end, just to give him some minutes. But like, I could see if it was 0-0 or like 2-2 with like half an hour to go, I could see him bringing on Bale then. But at the moment, I mean, maybe he gets 10 minutes at the end. I don't think they're going to entirely risk him, because I don't think they need to. When you're trying to get guys to match fitness, you don't need to risk half an hour just for the sake of it when the game's not being decided. The next 2 games will also be half West Ham, so the next 2 games are throwaway points. Half games with West Ham can get 3 points of. Yeah, I think we got. Is it Man City then Liverpool, or Liverpool then Man City?
I thought it was Liverpool.
I think it's Liverpool next weekend, isn't it?
Liverpool, then Man City.
Man City. Then we've got Fulham.
Yeah.
Still not one change. That's poor management. Turn the match off, no changes at half time. What's the point? Yeah, so you give him a gentle run out. Yeah, exactly what I said. You give him maybe give Bale 10 minutes. I say I wouldn't give him the massive half an hour because I don't think you need to risk it. I think there's going to be more important. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe West Ham is going to turn into prime Liverpool and score 3 goals in the second half and make it 3-3. I mean, it's absolutely never going to happen. 2-0, we could have done something. 3-0, for me, it's dead and buried. So I don't think you're going to need to have the stress of putting him on Bell on for half an hour. I think a sensible little 10-minute run out would probably be enough for him just to give him some minutes. I'm pretty sure they're going to have to bring him on because Sky will probably go absolutely mad if he doesn't get a run out at all. West Ham, we started well. I started on the front foot, but then again, this is exactly what, as I said, it's what Spurs want. They want you on the front foot. They want you on the front foot so they can counter-attack.
Yeah.
As much as we're on the front foot, it's a lot of possession and a lot of drive without really any final product. And that's what they're probably quite happy with. Ball in, clearance, Souček with a volley, absolutely missed it. Masuaku, high wide. It's, as I said there, eventually it got into the box. We eventually worked it wide. Rice worked it wide to Kufal for a cross. It was a decent cross, deflected. Kufal absolutely shanked a bicycle kick, and then Masuaku never got himself over the top of the ball and just absolutely launched it into orbit. That was never going in for Masuaku. It's anyone that has turned it off at half time, I generally don't blame you because this has not been anything good. Picture of David Moyes now trying to roll the team up. He's probably thinking, I wish I'd stayed at home again. He's probably thinking, can I go back into isolation?
Yeah, he's fucking, oh, God, oh no.
He's thinking, where's that T3 lockdown so the 50-year-olds aren't allowed out and I can stay at home? West Ham, we've regained possession again. Masuaku with quick feet, loses out. Wide to Souček. Souček wide to Kufal. Kufal, nothing in front of him, has to hold the ball up. Has to go back inside. I said, we're on the ball and we're getting some possession to start this second half, but I don't think Tottenham actually minds me. I don't think Tottenham bothered. I think at 3-0 down, Tottenham are rather happy to just let us pass the ball from side to side. I mean, we had a counter-attack there and we were 15, 20 yards inside their half. We went back to our own 30-yard line. Good one to Antonio down the line, Masuaku. Antonio running towards the edge of the box. Antonio squares up Alderweireld, deflected, and Fornals missed from yard.
Yeah.
And that just sums... I mean, to be fair, it come at him really hard. It wasn't across from Antonio. He had a shot, hit the thigh of Alderweireld, I think it was, in front of him that blocked it. Oh, Sanchez.
That was a goal. That was a golden chance.
And he just couldn't get above it, could he, Fornals?
No.
Be interesting to see if it was offside or not, but that was... If we were getting anything out of this, that had to go in.
No.
Pretty much. If you wanted a way back into the game, that was it. That's the first big chance we've had. And he's missed it.
Should have scored.
And that may even be a wake-up call for Tottenham, to be honest. Because they have been slack for the first 5 minutes. Good footwork at the back from Masuaku. West Ham recycle the ball. Ogbonna bringing it forward. Yeah, he thought he'd get a bit of a nosebleed there. Souček switches it out to Kufal inside Tottenham's half. Kufal's looking for options. Knocks it wide to Bowen. Bowen comes back inside to Souček. Souček switches it to the other wing to Masuaku. Oh, actually, it's Creswell. Creswell forward to Masuaku. Masuaku looks up. Didn't see the run of Bowen. Made a brilliant run from right to left. With Declan Rice. Passing it around the back again. What a missed open goal. Yeah, the only thing I would say is it's possibly too high because Fornals isn't exactly... I think Antonio would have scored it. He got the extra height. Fornals isn't exactly renowned for his height, is he?
And he jumped.
He couldn't get over it, could he? He jumped. It wasn't a cross. It was a really weird, wicked deflection off a shot. And he wasn't expecting it. He didn't get the height. He didn't get over the ball. So he hit the top of his head and it was always going up and over. But that is our best chance. And it just come from a random deflection.
Mhm.
Masuaku runs into trouble, gives it away to Bergwijn, who then gives the ball away and West Ham can go forward again. Souček getting hounded. Souček loses the ball to Højbjerg, 25 yards out into Son. Son nutmegs Balbuena again. Son, good tag from Ogbonna. Back to Kane. Everyone standing off him. Kane shoots. Left foot, high and wide. Whew. You know what? At least at 3-0 now, I don't have to worry about panicking and like 1-0 up and trying to hold on or something. Is what I would say. Is we haven't got the stress and the elevated heart rate cess of worrying about, are we going to hold on?
No, we don't.
Or are we going to nick it?
No, we don't. Not
You know, we haven't got the drama. We had deadline day wondering if Ben Rama was going to get signed or not. This is kind of my Arsenal mate just texted me and he said 3-0. What's going on? He said, "Are you going to get back in this game?" And I was like, "No, mate, he's finished." And he started laughing. Like, yeah, it's. I said we look good going forward, but the problem is that they want us to go forward. It's Creswell's cross and we've got a corner. I think Creswell's going to take the corner. Here he is. Still won't be happy. He's still not been a sub yet. It's 53 minutes.
Nope.
I mean, people will say, well, if they do it in the first half, you can do it in the second. But no. I can't see us scoring 3 goals in a half at Tottenham.
I can't even see us scoring 1, let alone.
No. Ball to Masuaku. Masuaku, tricky feet again. Good block. Out to Creswell. Creswell in the box. Going to lose the ball now. He's recycled it well to Fornals. Fornals to Kufal's facing the wrong way. He's had to go all the way back to Fabianski in their own half. Fabianski to launch it forward. Looking for someone who's probably definitely offside. Head across by Balbuena. Wasn't offside. Souček, is that another corner? It is. Stoner's got sticky boots. You mean the ball stick to his feet? He is a fantastic dribbler of the ball. Junior, West Ham have actually been on the attack. They're doing well. I thought Balbuena might have been offside there for the header back across, but Souček somehow won a corner out of it. We've had a good spell to start this second half. We have. I mean, Tottenham haven't had a corner in the game yet, so that that means the first corner Tottenham get, they'll probably score.
Oh gosh.
Another corner. Bowen's taking it this time, not Creswell. Bowen whips it into the near post. And Kane with the heady clearance out to Fornals. Fornals cuts inside. Looking for options. Tried to swing it across. Headed out by Sanchez. Fornals touches it down. Back up and over to Bowen. Wide on the wing. Bowen against Sissoko. Bowen crossed it to the back post. Souček. Blocked. Oh. Again, another half chance. And and then straight away, one ball, Son's away. Bowen tracking back to try and slow him down. Son inside to Bergwijn. Bergwijn. That's not Bergwijn, it's Dombele, sorry. Dombele, quick feet out to the wing.
Dombele,
yeah. That sums it up, that one chance. We had that back post. It was good headed down, low and hard, going across the goal. And it's a Souček header, would have gone in, but it was a great block from another Tottenham defender. And then they get it out to the wing, and they play 170-yard ball, and Son was away. Exactly what Tottenham want. Kane playing as a Rooney and playing a centre attacking mid. Kane ball over the top, too far, and Fabianski recycles it to Declan Rice. But that little bit of play pretty much sums up the game. Tottenham letting us attack, shutting us down. Oh, ball by Rice, Bowen's in. That's surely a red. If that's a foul, he's not giving a foul. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't got the sound on, so I was like, the way they sort of stopped playing, I thought he'd burn up for a free kick. And I was like, if it is, then it's a red because it was the last man. Ball into Antonio. Antonio tries to cut inside, cuts outside. He's got Sissoko and Aurier on him here, and he's somehow still got the ball. He's eventually tackled, and Aurier tries to buy a foul, doesn't, and gets the West Ham get a throw in. We'll see a replay of this again, Reguilon. And he runs across Bowen. He doesn't get the ball. Now the problem is that's not a penalty, so they won't review it. But he's run across him. He hasn't got the ball, and he was the last man outside the box. And I guarantee you, if it was the other way round, we'd be down to 10 men.
I love it. They're saying like he got a touch there.
He didn't get a touch.
He didn't get no touch at all.
The only touch he got was across the side of Bowen's thigh, or his calf, should I say. Does Son always have his outstretched hands in the defender's face? I think a lot of players sort of stick their hand out, don't they, to try and hold them off.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, all the time.
But if that was down the other end, that was probably a red. Like, just the sort of way we normally get our luck.
So if Balbuena had done that, yeah, he would have
Balbuena would have been gone. Like, let's be perfectly honest. But because it's not a penalty, they won't review it. They'll just be like, no, it's fine. West Ham given a foul away for something I didn't even really see. It was a throw-in, unless he gave a foul throw. But I can't see what's going on yet. Moyes sitting down in the dugout. Possession areas in the second half. 52% in midfield, 40% in Tottenham's final third, 8% in West Ham's final third. Doesn't mean a lot when it's still 3-0.
Yeah.
Doesn't. It just means that Tottenham are happy with a 3-0 and hitting back.
They're just doing the exact same thing, just literally.
They're out West Ham, essentially. We out Wolves, and we out Leicester, and then Tottenham out West Ham. You know, they use their own tactics against us. Ref, what? How are you giving that as a foul? He spun on the spot and he threw himself on the floor about 4 times. Then you went, all right, yeah, you can have a foul now. There was no... Scott, I have to say Tottenham are much better at defending than I thought. That, my good man, is the Mourinho effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, right? We had Tottenham. We had George Tottenham fan yesterday, and he said Tottenham had a blessing in disguise that Southgate played Dyer in internationals, and he went, so that means Dyer's not playing centre back tomorrow. So he goes, so then we'll probably be all right. He said Dyer's their weak link in defence.
I can agree with that.
He said they brought in was it Højbjerg from Southampton to sit in front of the back four, which he's doing exceedingly well at. He said, but I think in the pre-season, like Dyer basically said to Mourinho, he's like, I don't want to play 2 positions anymore. I just want to play centre back. And he said the goals they conceded this year have generally come from set pieces and crosses where Dyer hasn't tracked his man. So he was actually kind of happy that Dyer wasn't playing. And to follow on from Scott, they have been exceedingly good in defence, which is Mourinho's what Mourinho is good at, generally speaking, is he makes sure you're hard to beat. And when they've got more reliable, and he even talked about Aurier. He said that Mourinho's got Aurier playing better defensively this year, so much so that they brought in Doherty to replace him, but Aurier's keeping Doherty out of the team.
Yeah, the thing that Aurier's best game he's had was against that Man United game. It was that Man United.
And he's still been very good defensively today. You know, he hasn't had too much to worry about.
Because usually Aurier is like the most clumsy. Well,
yeah,
I say that, and you look at like Chelsea with Kurt Zouma and Pepper.
But he's that sort of player, isn't he? He's not. Yeah. He's got a mistake in him, and he's not.
Absolutely, yes.
He is sort of clumsy, cumbersome, and can switch off. But this year, Mourinho sort of got him switched on, and he's not. That just sums us up pretty much. We had a throw in. Kufal took it short to Bowen. Bowen got down the byline, turned over, cut back in on his left foot to cross it, and his foot gave out underneath him, and he just fell over. And then Kufal pings in a cross that went straight into Lloris. Sometimes Dyer is okay, but in general must improve. Yeah, it was George, the Tottenham fan we had on yesterday, and he was basically saying he was happy that Dyer wasn't playing. He thinks Dyer's been their weak link in defence, and to be fair, Sanchez and Vertonghen have looked pretty solid as a back two. I mean, they knew what they were getting when they brought in Reguilón. I said he was the best left back in Spain last year. Wasn't even playing for Real Madrid either. He was on loan at Seville from Real Madrid. And then, you know, I'll be honest, I'm surprised with how, like we said, how well Aurier's playing. I thought Matt Doherty, when they brought him in, would be nailed on to start in front of him, because I think, was it his first game? One of the first games he had was against us in the Cup.
Who's that?
And although they won the game, he was like absolutely awful. It's a couple of years back. We played him in the Cup. I think it was a League Cup. We played him at home at London Stadium. We lost the game. I think we lost it 2-1 or 2-0. Came with a shot, came another long-range drive, and Fabianski hits around the post. Yeah, that game, it might have been one of the first games we played Diangana, you know, and Diangana played on the right wing.
Oh, yes. no.
And he absolutely
yeah.
tore Aurier apart. And I was thinking, he's an awful player.
And and Aurier was dreadful. He was absolutely awful.
But in fairness, this year he's been solid. And, you know, Doherty was probably one of the best right backs in the league last year. And the fact he's keeping Doherty out shows you how well he's playing.
I think it's from that documentary that when, like, he just grilled him and said, like, I'll worry about you giving a penalty away.
Well, we did briefly speak about the preview with George about Danny Rose. Because I said to him, like, you know, when we talked about the discipline and making Tottenham better and stuff, I said Mourinho really, like, came in and put his stamp down and was like, you're not doing this as happening. And, you know, he basically turned to Danny Rose, didn't he? He was like, no, Danny Rose, why not playing? And Mourinho was like, because you're shit.
Yeah,
he was like, you're not playing good enough, you're not playing.
Game, pretty much, yeah. Was it against Liverpool?
Yeah, he was like, you know, Davis had a bad game before I played you against Liverpool and you were fucking shit, so I dropped you again.
Yeah.
And I said to him, like, you know, what's going on with Danny Rose? And he said, Danny Rose is still there. But he hasn't got
a number.
He hasn't got squad number this year. And he's not been put in a 25-man squad. So he's training with the under-23s.
Yeah.
Shows you how ruthless Mourinho is, but if their defence is like it is now, then fair play to him. Because let's be honest, as much as we've had some good attack in the second half, we still haven't really looked at any point. We had that one chance in the first half at half, you know, an injury time. We come to Kufal and Harry Kane literally threw body on the line to block it. And we had that header from Souček, which would have gone in, but again, someone put their body on the line to block it. And apart from that, we've had possession in this half. We haven't done anything with it. Tottenham have been comfortable in their defence of letting us just have the ball and do what you want, and we'll just sit back and counter-attack you. 63 minutes gone. We've not made a sub.
Okay.
Moyes don't look like he's going to make a sub. Tottenham look quite happy. I mean, the only thing we've got is Tottenham look quite happy at 3-0, to be honest. I think that might be the only thing we've got so far.
Yeah, I think that's the only positive, that it's not more than 3-0.
Yeah, it looks like Tottenham seem to be...
Took their foot off the gas a bit.
Yeah, you know, like it was 4-1 at half-time against Man United, and then I think they scored 2 quick goals in the second half, didn't they? Well, they scored 1 quick goal at the start of the second half, and they got a penalty in the last, 10 minutes. And that made it 6-1. But they looked quite comfortable at 4-1. It looks, again, like 3-0. They've just gone, yeah, we'll take a 3-0. That's a brilliant ball from Son for Bergwijn down the wing.
Yeah.
Bergwijn standing it up. It's cut back. Cut out by Kufal. Who, again, I don't think he's had a bad game. I think he's been solid.
Who's that?
Kufal, at right back.
Yeah. He has. It's just unfortunate the way we started.
Most Spurs fans aren't happy with Mourinho's appointment, but now, wow, loving it. Yeah, I think it was. He is one of their managers, though, isn't he? That he's like Marmite. You love him or hate him. Because
I think the reason why Spurs fans didn't like him is because of what he said when he said that would you ever go to Spurs, and he went no when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
it was a long
that'd be like Moyes getting interviewed after the game saying, "Would you ever go to Millwall?"
Yeah,
like if Moyes turned around and went, "Yeah, of course I would," you're going to get sacked the next day. Like he can't be a Chelsea manager and admit he wants to go to Tottenham. Thing is, though, is that he obviously Mourinho and Pochettino are like chalk and cheese. Mourinho is build the defence, make sure you don't concede, and then counter-attack and get down the other end. Whereas Pochettino was fantastic attacking, passing football. Good ball from Creswell, straight to Lloris. So, yeah, but now that Tottenham, you know, he's had a year now, or nearly a year, and he's sorted out the defence. Now they're doing stuff going forward. Has Moyes reached Lou Macari status yet? Moyes is a bit like Mourinho. Moyes is very chalk and cheese, isn't he? Like, some people seem to love him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm not his biggest fan, but at the end of the day, he came in twice to keep us up, and he's done it. So, whether you like him, whether you like his tactics or his subs, he came in twice when we were odds on to go down, and he kept us up. Still playing a lot better, but pity we had to start playing with 3-0 down. That's usually what we did under Pellegrini, wasn't it? There was a row of games when before Pellegrini got sacked. There was a row of games where we went like 3-0 down and then started playing well. I know we done it at home. We did it against Tottenham and Newcastle, didn't we? We went 3-0 down, then we started playing well.
Yeah,
Lost
we
3-2. Oh, risky pass from Creswell. And Tottenham could be in here. Son into Kane. Kane against Balbuena. Kane looking to shoot. Good block from Balbuena. Back to Kane. Cleared again by Balbuena. Someone said Balbuena's been shocking. To be fair, I don't think he's had a bad game.
I think it was just what happened when he allowed that first goal to happen. I think people are just dwelling on that.
I don't think he's had a bad game. I don't think anyone in defence actually had a bad game. I think they had 3 clear-cut chances, and they fucking buried them. In fairness,
yeah, fell asleep and everything.
Yeah, Junior saying only because Tottenham have turned it down. Yeah, as I said though, I think they're quite happy. I think Tottenham are quite happy at 3-0. To be fair, mate, I don't think you're bothered. I think you know you've got enough in defence that we're not going to put 3 goals past you. And if we did score 1, you'd probably turn it up again.
Yeah, and that's
you're cruising in like 3rd gear at the moment. You've got like another 3 gears to go. Son on the ball again, going forward, give and go with Kane. Yep, read it. Everyone could see that happening, but across, unlucky from Son, tried to pick up Bergwijn. Yeah, I think Tottenham are happy at 3-0. And to be honest, I'm not going to say I'm happy at 3-0 because I never want to lose. But in the context of it was 3-0 after 15 minutes, the fact that we're now on 68 minutes and it's still 3-0, I'm kind of happy. I don't know if you come on before it, but at 1-0 down after 45 seconds, I think it was 1-0 down. It might have been 2-0 down. It was 2-0 down after 5 minutes. Someone in the chat put that I don't know what betting company it was with, but at 2-0 down, someone was offering 100 to 1 for it to beat Spurs to score 6 goals. And at 2-0 down, oh, we go. There's Bale. He's getting 20 minutes. 22 minutes. 68 minutes, there's Bale. And interesting enough, that it's 3-0 to Tottenham and the first sub is made by Tottenham.
Yeah.
That's just where you want Declan Rice, out on the left wing, playing left winger. Calm it down, Junior. Here's Bale, loving it. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't think he'd get 20 minutes. I thought he might have been about 10 to 15 minutes. He needs the minutes, and he does, but you're not desperate for the minutes. Things like that might be my West Ham head. Good ball from Kufal. Oh, he's over here. That might be my West Ham head, though. Do you know what we're like with injuries? We rush them back and we give them too much too soon, and they get injured again. Maswag with the cross in. Not a bad cross. Didn't beat the first man, though. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, 20 minutes probably could run out for Bale. He certainly needs the minutes. There's certainly be more challenging games coming up that he's going to be needed for. I'd be interested to see at the end of the season what happens, because I think he's going to have a good season, Bale. I think he said himself in an interview, didn't he, that he just wanted to start enjoying football again. He's won the trophies. He's got the money. I don't think any of them's an option anymore. I think he just wants to enjoy football again.
Yeah, because he didn't give a shit about Real Madrid.
At the end, no.
Point. It looked like his love was gone for football. It looked like when he. We did say it to the Tottenham fan, George. I said, didn't he win like 3 Champions Leagues at Real Madrid? Yeah,
he scored a winning goal in 2 of them.
He was like pivotal for like them winning shit, and they just literally.
I think he won. I haven't got it on me, but I think he won like 4 La Liga titles, 3 Spanish FA Cup things, 3 Champions Leagues. And he scored the winner in 2 of them. While getting paid, is it like $600,000 a week or something stupid? He's on at Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's got some mental. His contract's mental, man. It's unbelievable. I can't remember the exact numbers, but when I heard about it, I was just like, "Whoa!" No wonder he didn't want to leave. Like they were trying to get him off the books, and he was like, "Nah."
Well, because they didn't do it last year, didn't they? It was a corner from West Ham. It was a brilliant corner. No one got on it. 1 ball. Tottenham on the attack again.
Yeah.
Regulion on the left wing. He's got Kane outside him playing left winger. Yeah, was it last year? He nearly got off the books.
Yeah.
And they were going to let him go for free to China.
He went, nah.
And then at like the last minute, didn't like it's the president, is it? They don't have an owner. It's the president. They agreed to let him go for free, and he was going to get like £1 million a week.
Yeah. And
at the last minute, the Real Madrid president went, actually, you know what? We want some money. Oh, Bond's going to get in the book there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, it's not really been a nasty game.
No, it hasn't.
And then he just absolutely crunched through the back of Bergwijn.
It's frustration. It's frustration.
Wow. So I've just searched up Bale wages, just on my phone quickly to say it. Yeah, it's $500,000 a week he was on. But Real Madrid put out Real Madrid Daily Mail have put out an article today, and it says Gareth Bale was the only Real Madrid player to reject a pay cut on his $500,000 a week wages at the height of the coronavirus pandemic. The rest of the dressing room accepted a 10% pay cut without hesitation, but Gareth Bale was like, "Nope, I want that $500,000 a week."
He just went. He went, "No, I'm going to accept that."
He did make a huge donation to charity and gave $500,000 to Cardiff and Vale Health. So he donated £500,000 to like medical charities in Wales, but he was like, "No, I'm not taking a 10% pay cut."
Yeah, he went, "No, I'm going to take that. What, you're not going to pay me? Okay, I'll go play golf. It's fine." That's okay with that.
$500,000 a week, so $2 million a month. So he's on $24 million a year. Oh, Bale with a free kick. Oh, it was a poor free kick, Bale. Oh, they're giving Bale the number 9 shirt. Who had the number 9 at Tottenham last year? Did someone give up the number 9 to Bale, or was that shirt number empty?
I don't even know. I think it was free, I believe.
I'll have to look it up now. I did it before. I had to do this on deadline day, didn't I? With looking up West Ham shirt numbers for.
Ben Rama, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, it's been empty since 2015.
Okay.
It's not had a very good history though. So, the last 3 people to wear that shirt was Gregor Raziak, Pavlyuchenko, and then Soldado.
I was just about to say that Soldado was on the tip of my tongue. It was essentially that.
He was the last one to have the number 9 shirt. No one's wore it since. Oh, Lanzini's coming on. Dalek saying, "Get Yarmolenko." I'm sorry, mate. I just saw the screen and it looks like Lanzini's getting his orders. Toby saying, "Fair enough for the way Real Madrid treated him." Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of evens though, because I know that for a fact, like, I don't know if it's still true now, but I know it was like 2 years back. They were saying he doesn't speak Spanish.
No.
He went out there in like when did he go out there? 2012, 2011?
Yeah.
He doesn't speak Spanish. He just never learned Spanish. He
never learned it. He's thinking of shit.
He knows the key words to get by in the games, basically, apparently. But actually speaking Spanish, he's like, no. So when he sits in the dressing room, he gets isolated. No one talks to him because they all speak Spanish. And he's just sitting there like, yeah. But I know the Real Madrid fans were really harsh on him because they wanted him to be the new Ronaldo, didn't he? Which I'm not being funny. As good as Bale is, and Bale is, at one point, was like 3rd best in the world behind Messi and Ronaldo. But he's no Ronaldo.
No.
I was going to say Ronaldo's a one in a generation, but he's not. He was 2 this generation because of Messi as well. But as you said that, he still scored a bucket load of goals, got a load of assists, and he scored them 2 Champions League winning goals. But hey, their loss is his gain. He's playing right wing to cut on his left foot up against Creswell, so he'll probably get a couple of goals. Fornals chasing it down the wing. Lanzini's coming on, probably Fornals, probably. Souček needs to come off. To be fair, again, I don't think you can say much about the midfield because they've just bypassed it. That ball there, they won the ball in their own half. Kane back there again playing freaking CDM, and he tried to pick up Bale. Ball up to Antonio against Alderweireld again, who's actually done well, not too bad against him. Antonio tries to put a cross in, and he gets cleared out.
Yeah. That.
Back out to Kufal. Kufal gets hammered down by Kane. Kane pinches it off him. He's looking for that out ball. He's looking for it.
Nah.
Oh, Souček's going in the book for that.
Oh, yeah.
Souček was pretty like American football, shouldered Kane to the ground there. But yeah, they won it in their own half, and then Kane just looked up, and Bale made that bending run in between Creswell and Ogbonna, and he was nearly in. Yarmolenko and Lanzini are on for 4 now, San Antonio.
Yeah.
So it's almost like 15 minutes to go. I think David Moyes is going to take a 3-0. It looks like Moyes is accepting the 3-0 with 15 minutes to go.
Yeah,
he's saving Antonio's legs. Son pinches the ball off, drives through the midfield. Good interception by Creswell there. Masuaku. Oh, don't lose it there. Rice just about gets away with it. Manages to draw the foul.
Yeah, just literally had a howler and just poured the spills and beer everywhere.
Still only one up top. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate.
I think Moyes has accepted it. But when you've only got 2 centre forwards as options and you've got people that can possibly fill in, he hasn't got much of a choice, has he? You know, there was a reason that he wanted Josh King and went up with Ben Rama, which Ben Rama's a great player. He's going to be a great player, but he wanted Josh King because he could play him across the front three. You could have put him on for him. As it is, and Ben Rama's going to be great for us, but like today, you've got Yarmolenko going to play up front. League, at least it's like 6-1, not like they thrashed Man United last week. I'll hold that for now because there's still 12 minutes left. And they only needed 15 minutes to score the first 3 goals. So, yeah, we'll see. My stream just crashed, so I'm just rebooting.
Okay. I'm on 78 minutes at the moment, so I'm on similar. Song's on the ball.
Well, I've got Now TV, but my app just crashed, so I'm just resetting it.
Oh, Kane's just hit the post, yeah.
Woo. Posting out or posting in is the question.
No, posting out.
Posting out, all right. But as I said, the 3-0. You know, and the thing is, every time people question Harry Kane, he always seems to come back, to be fair. And he's been exceptional today.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people were questioning him before today.
We say man of the match.
Games on 5 Live. It probably would be, to be fair.
Kane's been everywhere today. Kane's been everywhere, like literally. Even like he's been like running through his own box, like sliding in, making blocks.
Oh yeah,
dropping into like.
Well, maybe the result against Man United and the loss of Van Dijk yesterday is finally pinged on Tottenham. This could be their year, because I think it's going to be wide open this year.
I think so. We talked about this at on the transfer.
Yeah,
transfer special. We said it's going to be wide open, and now especially because we didn't predict like Van Dijk to get injured. Like no one saw that coming. And the song's coming off for Lucas Moura. That's what's happening. Yeah.
Right, and we had.
You know what's worse about it? I feel like I have to do this because like I've got Son, Kane in my team, and Son's my captain. I think it's been a lesson for Moyes because I think it has.
You know, we always say that the best managers are the ones that, you know, they don't just look at their own team; they look at the opposition team. So Mourinho didn't just go, "This is where we're going to play." Mourinho went, "We're going to play this way," but how West Ham can line up, what can we do to get in behind West Ham? And in the first 25, 30 minutes, we had no answer to it.
No.
And they did get in behind them.
I was literally thinking, is this going to be 6?
We did, and to be fair to, you know, it was a bit of a mix of Moyes adapting and changing. There we go, I'm back up. And Tottenham taking the foot off the gas.
Yeah.
Have I got any Spurs fans at work? Thankfully, no. I don't.
No, I don't neither. Thank goodness.
Hey, we got a goal.
Hey.
Bad bueno. At least I don't get their clean sheet. Oh, I can take that. It was a free kick. I didn't see it take it in. I did just flicked it up as the cross was already in the air. It was a free kick out wide on the left. Aaron Creswell with it, whips it in. He's onside. That's fine. Back post header.
It's going to happen again. Like, you know, at the London Stadium when they were 3-0 up. And then we've got
we scored 2 goals when it didn't matter. It was too late. Balbuena over the top of Sissoko, who didn't even really jump, to be fair. I mean, Mourinho will not be happy with that at all.
No,
but puts it in the bottom corner, and Balbuena gets one back. It does take... I mean, all I would say is the same way that I was a bit upset when we nearly got that goal. You know, when Leicester scored in like the 92nd minute?
Yeah.
Luckily, that game, it got overruled, didn't it? But it does sort of takes the shine off the, you know, the performance. Like 3-0 sounds a lot better than 3-1.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, you could argue the performance in the second half deserves a goal, but I say Tottenham have really taken a foot off the gas, and it's just if they can, they should really up it again if they can.
They've done the exact same thing like when he played them when Mourinho's first game. They've done the exact same thing.
They went 3-0 up. We got one goal
off the gas second half, and they allowed us to score 2 goals.
And then we had a goal disallowed.
Yeah.
In extra time. Have I got any Liverpool fans at work? Yeah, my boss is a Liverpool fan. I do.
My cousin's a Liverpool fan.
South East London.
Liverpool fan. Yeah, so I do have family members that are Liverpool fans. Yeah,
my boss is a Liverpool fan. He's not even Scouse. He's a Londoner. He's a Liverpool fan. Bale comes on and West Ham score. A terrible substitution. I think Bale needed the minutes. I think it was a smart thing to do. I don't think it's necessarily Bale's fault.
No,
I think they you know. I think they've been quite happy with the 3. I think they were happy with the 3-0 and didn't think we were going to offer anything. And in fairness, it's taken a set piece for us to score. Which is one thing I would say is that since Moyes has come in, we have started scoring from set pieces again. Yarmolenko snuck into Kufal cross. Own goal, 3-2. Back in the game, lads. We're back in the game.
It's happening again. Oh man, Mourinho.
Is that Davison Sanchez?
Yeah.
Yarmolenko with a brilliant ball to slide into Kufal to get across. Is it onside? He's miles onside. Kufal miles on. Hard and low across the box, and Sanchez had to get a touch on with Balbuena at the back post. Bowen at the back post for attacking.
Could it be?
Come off his head, and he's buried at the bottom corner. And with 5 minutes to go, it's now 3-2. Out of nothing, West Ham scored 2 goals.
How many subs got left?
There's 5 minutes left plus injury time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And out of absolute nothing, Tottenham have somehow shit the bed and conceded 2 goals.
Again, it's happened again. Not to be that cliche, but it has happened again.
I mean, Tottenham are going to have to wake up now, surely. Like,
I swear, I will actually go fucking mental if it's score again.
I mean, it's just like we said. It's just a shame it took us half an hour at the start of the game to work out a tactic to not, concede 3 goals. With 3-0 down, the game was done. But fair play, we've stuck at it. Yeah, it is a nice little goal. I mean, 3-0 was depressing.
Yeah.
3-2, even if we lose 3-2, we've had a go and we've scored some goals.
Yeah.
I said 3-1 makes a blemish on it. 3-2 is really.
Come on, it's five, like 5 minutes. Like, just literally salvage a point, man.
Toby saying it's because they put Bale. Remember how long they went before he got win at Spurs? He had a terrible run when he first started at Spurs.
Yeah, he did. When he's playing left back.
When he played left back, was it 38 games or something that he lost whenever he started at left back?
Yeah. He was like a mediocre left back.
And then they put him to left mid and he started doing well.
Yeah.
Right, lads, watch this comeback, lads. Watch this comeback.
Still slightly ahead of me, so still will know what's going on. Mate, I didn't see it coming, to be honest.
I tell you what, we played really well in the second half. It's just a shame that we waited so long to start playing.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you what as well, though. You're right. Yarmolenko's made a difference.
Yeah. Like,
Yarmolenko has come off and made a difference again. But is it going to be that too little, too late again that we had last time?
It probably will be. It depends on how much time will be added on at the end of this game.
Yeah.
But
we've got one more. Snoddy's coming on, lads. I don't know who's going to take off for him, but Snoddy's coming on.
Yeah.
I'll split it in two, mate. I don't. It just doesn't grow. That gap there just doesn't grow, mate.
Yeah. I think it's too little, too late. It's like it was like when I was watching the boxing early in the morning when Lomachenko gave away so many rounds. Like, yeah, and he come back in the second half of the fight. It was too little, too late.
Oh, Snoddy's coming on.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly how it is.
Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Go on, Bowen. Go on. We're going for it, lads.
Good. Absolutely.
Well, you might as well. There's nothing to lose. There was nothing to lose at 3-0 down, was there?
Snodgrass is coming on for, I don't know who. Let's have a look.
I'm assuming Souček or Rice, but...
He might take a defense. I think Masuaku's coming off. Oh, no, he's not. Go out wide. Go on, get it over. Get it over. Go on. Go on.
2 minutes to go, we can do this. Remember the 93rd minute winner, Yarmolenko against Chelsea? I do, mate. That's why I picked out 3-2 to begin with. But, Bowen. It was a good ball from Creswell crossing. Cut out by Bowen at the near post. Oh, that's a tactical booking from Masuaku.
Yeah.
That wasn't a foul. Too little, too late, lads. We're in the last minute.
Yeah.
Masuaku's coming off for Snoddy, but it's too late. You know, Snodgrass coming on in the 89th minute. Half a minute left plus additional time, lads. Oh, Cressy.
Yeah.
What was that?
But you know what? Yeah. 3-2 isn't. Who did you come on for?
Oh yeah, that was horrible by Harry Kane. We went right into him. Come on, West Ham, fight for that ball. How long we got left? How long's
injury time?
It's coming up in a minute. We've got 4 minutes added time.
4 minutes.
Lads.
Yeah.
4 minutes to try and nick a point.
Come on, West Ham. Go on, get on.
Come on.
Bale, Kane.
Go on, Oggy. Spurs have got the ball.
That's the only thing you don't want is Spurs with the
well,
ball.
One back, West Ham. Go on, go out for it. Out wide.
Come on.
Get it over, Cressy. Get it over. Take one for the team. Just take him down. Oh, no. Oh, what a miss by Bale. Get it. Forget him. Let him lie there. Get that ball up, West Ham.
Oh, he done so well.
He took Ogbonna right out there.
He put a Bonner on his arse. To be fair,
He did.
that was the moments Sky Sports have been looking for, wasn't it?
Come on, West Ham.
Bale coming on scoring.
Yeah, that would have been the dream, wouldn't it, for them?
But I mean, he weren't far away.
Yeah.
Oh, West Ham. Get that ball up.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was in. I thought it was done.
Hurry him up, ref. Come on. Why is he taking so long to take that throw?
What did we say though? Says we get back in it, it'd be too late.
Yeah.
Exactly like the game.
Literally. It's so
exactly like the game at
isn't
home last year. We were 3-0 down, then we had a go, and as soon as we had a go, they started panicking.
2 minutes to go, lads. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Get that ball up, West Ham. Just pump that ball up there. Go on, Oggy. That's it.
I'll just put it in the box.
Go on. I'll tell you what, Spurs are hanging on.
Yeah, once they take Son off, Son's like their main outlet.
Awful. Well, one back, Snoddy. Free kick to West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Come on.
It's a good point. Yeah, once Son comes out, Son is like one of their key people, to be honest.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
His work ethic. And the way he runs in behind. And once you take him out, they still seem to be struggling.
Side, lads.
Yeah, I just see that as well recovered from Snodgrass. You are sort of getting into last territory now, like last chance. Creswell looks super stressed. There's a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah. He's got to get his ball right.
We're in the last minute, lads.
What's he stopped it for? Who's he having a word at the ref?
Loving the passion.
Go! 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 Go!
Come on! I can't believe it.
What a goal, Lanzini! What a fucking goal!
Yes!
What a fucking goal!
I can't believe it.
Fucking 25-yarder in off the crossbar, lads. What a fucking goal!
What a goal! Goodness. You beauty.
Can't believe it.
Oh my God.
What a fucking goal.
I can't believe it.
There's a crossing from Creswell, cleared again from Snodgrass's block. 25 yards out, Lanzini in off the crossbar and the post.
What a fucking
What a goal, lads.
Holy shit.
Cut across it,
oh
bang.
My God.
Oh my
What a goal.
fucking God.
Right, that's got to be the last kick of the game.
What a life to be a West Ham.
Fucking worldie, mate. David Moyes is absolutely loving it. David Moyes is on the pitch celebrating. Lanzini's got his shirt off.
That's got to be goal of the month, surely. That's goal of the season so far.
Lanzini absolutely swarmed by every single West Ham player. Look on their faces as well. Kane cannot believe
finished.
It. That's got to be
It's
it.
finished. 3-3. It's over.
Yes.
Is that it? Have they called full time, not even kicked off? Or have they kicked off and called it?
It kicked off and called it.
They haven't kicked off, have they?
It's finished, lads. It's finished.
That's it. They didn't kick off, did they? That's it.
They kicked off and called it.
3-3.
What goal.
What a finish.
Mourinho's fuming. Oh my God.
Well, guys, that is the most dramatic finish we've seen to a watch along since the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
To be fair,
that is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Joan in the comments before the game called 4-4. She wasn't far off. That is absolutely unreal.
I cannot believe Spurs have bottled it in dramatic fashion. I'm lost for words, boys. This is like the Chelsea all over again. The Chelsea watching on.
Game over γιατί η West Ham ήταν και συνεχίζει να είναι σε καλή κατάσταση. Είχε ένα κακό πρώτο ημίχρονο, ένα πολύ καλύτερο δεύτερο μέρος.
Can you lads see the screen?
Yeah, I can, mate. Kufal is absolutely loving it, mate. Guys, there will be an actual review on later. My man's down there in the bottom of the screen. Get in there. Mate, what a fucking goal.
Lanzini, oh my word.
Oh my.
They go, I go, yes!
What a finish! What a finish!
That was absolute worldy from Lanzini, which I think when Stell jumped early and started celebrating, and I saw it go back to Snoddy, I thought, oh, Snoddy's burying this. I didn't see it then going back to Lanzini to smashing off the crossbar. We scored 3 goals in 12 minutes. Oh, there's Jim. Go on, Jim. And the chat is just absolutely exploding now.
I can't believe this.
Oh man, honestly, I can't get my head around it.
I've just gone mental.
I'm actually watching it outside because we're not allowed to be inside, and I've just gone mental. The whole street's just blown up. Honestly, wow. Unbelievable.
Back to me. You
can't believe.
Right, boys, I'm off, man.
Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes, no? I've unmuted myself, I think. Everyone else is gone. Guys, Anton is actually going to be doing a review later. I don't know how much later. So we'll be on for that. This was unreal finish to the game. I can't believe we actually managed to smash a draw now. Cheers for that. That was unreal. You guys all sat and watched along. 3-3. It was 3-0 down with 9 minutes to go. Sounds delayed. Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream here anyway. I'm going to end the stream here. Anton will be back on probably not long. He's doing a review. I'll probably be back on with him. It's outstanding. I'm actually in shock, to be fair. I don't know what to say. 3-3 when we're 3-0 down with 9 minutes to go is absolutely unreal. As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as I said, Anton will be back on soon. We'll do a proper match review. Let's go and come on, you Irons. Get in.